You've been watching?
It's up to you. It's up to you to be a bigger person on a bigger platform.
You've been watching?
It's up to you.
You've been watching?
You haven't been choosing.
You've been watching?
No, I've seen the clips and I've seen the thumbnails. I don't need to watch.
Okay, so you watch the clips and the thumbnails.
No, I've just seen the thumbnails. I've seen the title. I've seen what you've been trying to do is just.
So we go to your content right now. What's your content consists of?
You already know what my content consists of. Let's not talk about my content.
What does your content? I'm asking you. I'm just asking a question. What does your content consist of?
It consists of commentary about several things.
About who?
No, you're not.
About who? About who?
So don't start. Don't even.
How many videos?
You're not the only person. Let's not go to the Fantastic. Let's not start the Fantastic.
How many videos you got of me?
It doesn't matter.
I can't count them. There's a lot. Right?
I haven't been making any YouTube videos about you lately because I've been doing other shit.
Then why you calling in right now? Then you're on other commentary.
You're getting boring.
Am I? Why are you here?
Why are you listening to me?
Because that's what I'm supposed to.
Wrong. You spent 5 minutes listening to me, but I'm so wrong, though. I'm so wrong, huh, sir? Robert, I'm so wrong.
Why you calling out my government name like you met me before?
Isn't that your name, Robert? Sharp? That Sharp one?
How you know all this?
Now you're talking like the idiot people think you are online.
I'm just asking
Get
you.
It together, Sharp. Get it together.
Okay.
Nobody, you don't have any stock to trust and believe, man. You have trust and believe, sweetheart. Nobody is stalking the Shark one. You fell off. You don't want to listen to anybody. What are you going to do, sir? Going to do? We want to hear radio Shark. We want to see you talk shit to the bitches again. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to. That's what we want to hear. Even if you got a mask and something else, come up with some ideas. Maybe do a show where it seems like you're really pimping bitches behind the scenes, but you're not. Do something.
Okay,
Talking about some fucking boxing that. What the fuck was that dumbass shit was about?
We've been past
the
that.
hell was that?
We moved past that.
It's not moving past nothing.
No, I'm saying we moved past that already. What you said a few days?
You don't want to be part of a democracy. By the way, you live in a democracy. Huh? Did you know that, Sharp? You live in a democracy. You live in America. Trust me, you want to be part of a democracy, buddy. Trust me, you do. You want to be a part of a democracy. You definitely don't want to be part of a dictatorship. But we're not going to even begin to talk about no jumper because that's about to play out in a way that you're not going to expect. Okay. I made a comment on your page one time telling you that you were going to be like a snake in low-cut grass all 2024. And it's just playing out right before your eyes.
I'm a snake. What?
Is that what you want to be? You want to be a snake to people?
I don't know.
You wonder why nobody is there. No one's there.
Yes, Sharp is a snake. Let's get this show to going. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Another Clout Mania, Mina's Clout Mania Patreon coming soon in this mother ucker. So what's going on, you guys? What's going on? Thank you so much for joining my channel. We're going to go ahead and get this started, y'all. Yeah, your world, my views. Yeah. 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 All right, you guys. So I am back with another Sharp review. This is going to be a general review because from what I've been seeing in the news lately about Sharp, of course, he's become the butt of the internet. Yeah, Sharp is at it again. He's on his channel doing his little shows and with his no idea, no getting anything done, no legacy leaving ass. 37 years old with nothing to show for it. But yeah, he done pimped all these hoes. Just imagine this man done went from staying in a 2-bedroom apartment to now staying in a single suite, which is code for studio apartment, man. So yeah, we're gonna unpack some things that you guys heard in the beginning of this video. It was pretty much just me talking on Sharp's. That was actually me talking. I had called him to the show one time like 5 or 6 months ago, and that was actually me talking and his shit just then. But let's go to his latest video.
You're the person with the gun.
See what's going down here. Let's see what's going down here. Sharp been talking about a whole bunch of nothing. I'm just reacting to some of this crap that he's been saying and doing here lately. He just been being as lame as ever. So all of course on his own accord.
Right or wrong. I don't think it's about any of that at that point. Like I said, I don't knock nobody. Hey, you do what you do. To each their own. But to like change, like that's a big man. It's not an enhancement. It's not like a woman going and getting her body done. That's taking something off you. Like it just, I don't know. Whatever.
You guys, I'm gonna jump in when he gets to talking about Diddy because apparently this smudge on the pavement has a lot to say about a man who's been a legacy builder for over 20 years. We all know about Bad Boys and Bad Boy Records and Diddy, and we all know about that. And yeah, we're gonna dive right in. I'm gonna dive right in as soon as he starts talking about Diddy. Before we continue, this dumb motherfucker, after 2.5 years of been on YouTube, he finally decided to make it where you can join his channel. Wasn't that smart? This dumb motherfucker finally made it where you can join his channel. After several years of people telling, a couple of years of people telling him to make it where people can join his channel, he finally did that. This is why I keep telling y'all Sharp is a waste of space. He's a waste of breath and a waste of space. When I first saw Sharp on No Jumper News with Almighty, Lush, back when T-Rail and them was there before they left No Jumper, I saw Sharp and immediately it came to my mind. The sons of God presented themselves and Satan came in the midst. This man don't want nothing. He's not a legacy builder. He's a cigarette pimp. But let's get on with the reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. Sharp.
Still not looking into the fucking camera.
Come on, dog. if there's one thing you know about me, don't play me. Don't sex play me, homie. I'm not him. I don't get down like that.
You sex play yourself every time you argue and act a fool with a woman. You act like you got breasts and a vagina. You don't act like you have a penis and balls and pics. By the way, which plays into another reason why Sharp was not up on the rooftop at the fake ass Thrizzler cipher that they had no jumper. What was that, about a month ago now? Yeah, he wasn't there because he got man titties. But let's get on with the react.
Thanks, though. I just don't, that's the only part I don't understand. I mean, like, I get people want to be and we'll kill it after that. I get people want to be, you know, you want to be who you want to be. That's fine. Like, nobody can stop that, you know, but to like, that's mutilating your body. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's fucking body mutilation.
Now, Sharp, he shouldn't have nothing to say about no Sydney Stark because from what I heard, he was picking up a couple of trends down there on Figueroa. So he shouldn't have nothing to say about that jazz and nothing about that business. He should leave that alone. You didn't have to interview that he wanna be vagina B. So you shouldn't even be speaking on that at all. I get so sick of these men that you don't know what they like. You don't ever see no group of women around them. You don't see no homegirls around them, but yet they want to sit up and criticize a trans in the sex worker community. You shouldn't be criticizing nothing like that because sex playing. Let's talk about sex playing, Sharp. Let's talk about the fact that we don't know what the hell you like because we don't ever see you with no hoes like that. You claim you've been a pimp, but TKO Capone, Silky Slim, all these different men, Goldie, all these different men who claim to be pimps, they got women around them. They got homes to go to with their situations. You don't. You just went from a 2-bedroom apartment to a studio apartment. This nigga gonna be living. I'm gonna show y'all Sharp's apartment when he get back to Las Vegas towards the end of this stream. Let's make it happen. That's all this nigga do. It's sip and smoke, sip and smoke. The 3 o'clock in the morning smoke show brought to you by the Sharp One, man. Courtesy of No Jumper.
Pimp down, pimpin' distress. I need $150 million.
YSL joint. YSL should
pimp down, pimpin'
go ahead and just the whole trial, that whole YSL trial. They need to go and get that out the way. Man, that's a mistrial at its finest. Let the niggas go. Let that nigga fight that shit he's fighting a fucking circus from in jail. Who's doing this? That's crazy. He shouldn't even have to go through that. The nigga should have been able to fight the shit from home. That's our system for you, you know. And I was saying this shit earlier, right? With the Diddy situation and Bill Cosby and R. Kelly. You know, you go and you look at these situations, homie, and the way they speak on them, like they know this. They know this shit's been going on for years, okay? They know this shit been going on for years. And just now, or throughout the years and that throughout the fucking test of time, they want to start grabbing people. Well, gee, you let these many people get hurt before you say enough's enough and the buck stops here? It is crazy to me, homie. They let Bill Cosby the fuck out. All that nigga shit dropped. I don't know, man. If you're a black man in America and you got some money, you making some noise, hey, I'd be very afraid if I was you. I'll tell you that right now. Because anytime they want you out the paint, we ain't even talking about Diddy, but just there's some people that really are guilty of some of that shit, and then there's some people that really ain't. I mean, fuck. But they don't give a fuck. That's just the way this shit's gonna roll, nigga. You got money, you black, you got a voice. Yeah. Move.
Now, that's just what you think about black people, Sharp. And I want all of y'all to know, I've said this time and time again about Robert Deshaun Swonger. He thinks that black people are just low. He really thinks that black people are like low-hanging fruit in America. He don't believe in the black dollar at all. You know, some of us are here in Texas making $60,000 and $70,000 a year. You know, running our job and running our side hustles. You know, Sharp, he is one that he really believes in the white dollar. That guy over there at the Connect, he has really made fun of Sharp. He did a whole Patreon. I watched a Patreon video that he did with Sharp. He talked for about 30 minutes before he even did his little segment with Sharp. And he really made fun of Sharp. You know, Sharp, he's really finna be being these white clown more than what he thought. He's about to be a bigger clown with these white folks than what he want to be. And that's not to say anything about white people, because my ex-husband is white. I'm just saying him. He's getting what he deserved for turning his back on black people. You know what I'm saying? He has really turned his back on black people in his life. And that's going to bite him in his ass. And it's going to shorten up his lifespan too. The white man gave you that tobacco stick that keeps going in your fucking mouth. The white man gave you that liquor that's gonna fuck with your liver in about the next 20 years. It's gonna take you up out of here. Why you so want to suck the white man's dick so that you can get a payday? You know, Sharp, he definitely strikes me as the kind of gay character, you know, that has done some things, you know, for some money. You know, he's done some things for some money, you know, as a so-called pimp, making his own self his own hoe. You know, he's not down with black folks at all. It ain't gonna be no Sharp or no Fig immunity. Because Sharp, he's not down with the black dollar. He don't believe in the black dollar. Even though it's a lot of black folks, particularly in California and Texas, that got bread. Hell, I keep going the way I'm going. Hell, I'm gonna mess around and have some bread in the next 35 years, some real bread. The first thing I'm gonna do is buy one of these new homes they building. Because they building about 300, I think they building about 500 new homes in the area that I live in. I'm gonna get myself one of these homes. For real. All that money this nigga done set up and made over the past 3 years at No Jumper. He done went from a 2-bedroom apartment. Let me turn the music down because I want y'all to hear this. All you women who want pimps. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't want a pimp. But if you gonna want a pimp, you better go do what he said for the women to do at when he was over there on what is it called? When he was over there on soft white underbellies, Martin Lady of soft white underbelly. He said, y'all better go get with something real. I want my daughter to go get with something real. Yeah, I hope your daughter's gonna get with something real too. I hope they learn from looking at your bum broke ass that they daddy wasn't no pimp. He was a broke ass, angry ass, woman hating ass simp, is what he was. He wasn't no pimp. He was a broke ass, mad ass, woman hating pimp, woman hating simp. He was never a pimp. TK Capone is a pimp. Silky Slim is a pimp. Goldie is a pimp. Pimpin' Ken was a pimp back in the day. Sharp ain't no pimp. He ain't never been no pimp. Kenny Red, rest his soul, he was a pimp. He had a lot of children. He even had a couple wives. And from what I hear, he actually left an estate in Northern California. He left like a house there in Northern California. He had a house there. You know what I'm saying? He had a house, couple cars. You know, he had some investments that he left to a couple of those women that he had children with. You know, it is what it is. Sharp, you know, we could never, I could never stand behind being cool with a person like Sharp. Somebody gonna tell me in my comments, Thompson, that's your husband. I said, no, he not, because Sharp wouldn't do nothing. Me and him wouldn't do nothing but fight. And the way I started back in the gym, lifting weights, I'd probably go to jail for giving him a black eye. Like, it ain't gonna be it ain't no nothing over here. I want you all to know this too. I don't know Robert Deshaun Swonger. I'm just a messenger. You know, it was put on my heart because there's so many young people that are looking at this man. And this man, he is a bum. This man named Robert Deshaun Swonger. This man named Sharp. This man is a fucking bum. He don't do anything, and he does not want to do anything. Let's get on back to the reaction, though, because y'all don't believe it. Ain't no fucking pimp. I know
a little bit too powerful. Yeah, Diddy got cocky. Trying to play games with people that were more powerful than him.
And that was a dumbass comment, saying that Diddy was trying to play games with people that was more powerful than him, when 70% of Diddy's victims were people that were not in the public eye and people that were not even worth $100,000. So you're saying that Diddy was playing with people that were more powerful than him. I wonder, did he refer to the celebrities after this comment that he just made? Let's see.
Straight up. Playing with them vodka people, nigga. Them people wasn't playing with you. That's the problem. He went stepping on toes that the feet were a little bigger than his. It's just crazy how like this. It's just something new every day about him, homie. Like fuck the memes. When I come on here and talk about him, I don't talk about the memes. The memes are funny. But to that nigga, I know ain't none of that shit funny, especially.
Yo lizard looking ass is funny. Let's talk about that. This fucking lizard this fucking monitor lizard, this human monitor lizard with this cigarette in his mouth, sitting up talking about Diddy and how he was playing with the vodka people. First of all, the majority of these celebrities, whether they are actors or whether they are in the music business, the majority of these people that are rich and famous who are in the public eye, who have these drinks, they have these perfumes, they have these clothing lines, they have these different lines of different things they have. They are partnered with those people. Those people don't own them, and they don't own those people. They are partnered with those brands. You know what I'm saying? Those brands, that brand that Diddy did the drink with, did the Ciroc with, he was partnered with them. And what is the future of Ciroc? Has anybody even looked up what the future of Ciroc even is? Because right now I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be something that's going to be diminished quite greatly with what's going on right now. You know, of course, it was founded by the French dude. I think he's from Brest, France, the guy that started it. But it was a venture for Sean P. Diddy Combs. It was a venture for him. You know, it was his idea. It was his thing. And I forgot what the meaning of Ciroc is, but I could tell you guys here in a moment what the meaning of that word Ciroc is. But it's got something to do with like elevation and opulence and shit like that, which is pretty cool as always. But yeah, that's one thing I want to point out is when these celebrities come up with these little brands, come up with these little ideas, they partner with somebody to fund and make funds. You know, celebrities are walking, living, breathing billboards, and it's their job to partner with different people to make ideas and hone in on ideas. And so, yeah, let's get on back to the reaction, though. I definitely don't want to turn this into no type of business talk, because this man right here, Robert Deshaun Swonger, he is not business minded at all. Sitting up, been on YouTube for almost 3 damn years, and you just now got the join button sitting here 2 years and 8 months later. I mean, if this man ain't a business dummy, I don't know who he is.
Sitting up in there and them feds got you hemp the fuck up. I'm hearing that there was 125 cases of assault that a lawyer found that was against Diddy.
think he's referring to a Texas lawyer.
I
You're in the
mean,
great state of Texas.
shit's getting real spooky. They've been having these freak offs for years. Nobody stopped it. These were not.
Since it's been so many years, how come you're not making easy content of it? You're just not making easy content, Sharp. You know, you're just working yourself overtime because you're lazy-minded. You know, Sharp, he has really done a lot of his life to fuck with his own success. You know, like I said, one of the examples that I just used, this is my third time mentioning this in this video. Sharp has been on YouTube for almost 3 years now, and he's just now made it to where you can join his channel. I believe 2 or 3 days ago, he just now made it to where you can join his channel. You know, that right there says a person that is starving, and he's only gonna go get when it's time for him to get for him. You know, Sharp, he's a man that he has no unity. He has no worth of life. It's just all about him and only him. You know, it's only going to get worse for Sharp. Y'all want to sit here and say that Clout Mania girl, she's crazy. She's always, no, I'm not. I'm just reporting the news on this dumbass hoe ass nigga. This pimp named slickback ass nigga. And let it be known, let the record show that Clout Mania, we was the first ones over here to call this nigga a pimp named Slickback. Thank you, Almighty. And everybody else who's followed to call this nigga a pimp named Slickback. Because it's the truth.
I just rumored they don't turn into just rumors when there's people that have attended, multiple celebrities that have attended these parties, and they all got like a different story, something crazy. And then there's a lot of celebrities that say they've never attended and they won't.
Go to man titties. Look at this shit. This is a small ass apartment, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is a 1-room apartment, y'all. That's not even a 1-bedroom. That's a studio apartment, y'all. Do y'all hear me? That is a studio apartment. Because if it was a 1-bedroom, I don't know. I think that's a studio. I don't know what y'all think. I think single suite mean a studio. That's what single suite, because I know out there in Van Nuys, one of my homegirls that was doing porn at the time, back in 2011, she was in a single suite. And a single suite usually means zero room. It means studio. That's what that means. So, you know. Look at this shit. I mean, this man, he ain't worth a damn. Sharp, he really ain't worth a damn in his life, this mess he doing. Look that shit. You ain't no damn pimp. Ain't no pimp.
There's people that won't even attend his parties. There's people that make jokes of him. But I feel like a lot of these likes going to his parties.
Oh my God, pimp down, pimp in distress. I need $150 million. Oh, pimp down, pimp in distress. Oh my God, pimp down, pimp in distress. I need $150 million. Oh, pimp, bitch ass yucker. Bitch ass yucker.
What was the problem now? That's why it was funny how they turned down that whole little package. You know, the 50 million, the 75 million. Yeah, nah, that ain't enough, nigga. You playing with them feds, you playing with people that print money. Nigga, they don't give a fuck about that shit. They like, we gonna get that shit regardless. They're gonna get that money regardless, homie.
It trips me out how Sharp can't even, this man, he can't even sit and do a hour-long show. And this is a 2 hour and 20-minute stream, but he can't even sit and do a 60-minute long show without smoking and drinking. He just got to be smoking and drinking and smoking and drinking, smoking and drinking and smoking and drinking. You know, the girl that called Blue Jasmine a couple years ago, that was the girl, she apparently called Blue Jasmine and told Blue Jasmine that she was with Sharp and that she had to leave Sharp because, like, as her pimp, because he's chain smoked all the money. I can believe her. The way this man sits up on camera every week or every few days and just smokes like that, I can definitely believe that he chain smokes. Like, I bet it smells like ass in there. I bet it smells like a shower, weed, nicotine, hot breath, and ass. It smells like all that at the same time. You know how it be when people be trying to like mask nasty smells? Yeah, Sharp seemed like he definitely is the kind of guy that would mask the nasty smell of his apartment. Wherever he go, he got that little scent. That little scent. If the room was on the soundboard, now, if the room scent was on the soundboard, if the room scent could be on a soundboard,
they don't get that money regardless. 75 million feds turned down. At first it was a $50 million package, then it turned into a $75 million package, and then they didn't want either one of them. Forfeit your nigga. And then, you know, I was talking to one of my partners earlier, and then it leads me to this of like, he was probably, they're worried about him. That's what sucks, because, you know, Russell Simmons really did do a lot of people dirty when he did what he did by running off and going to another country where they can't extradite him and they can't fuck with him about his money or none of that type of shit. Because once it came to Diddy, and like, somebody's got to take some blame. Somebody's got to take blame for all this shit. And I feel like Diddy's going to get a little bit of a spanking of what Russell Simmons didn't get. Straight up. I feel like they're going to make an example of him. They're going to double time him. Like, somebody's got to pay here. I mean, you ain't about to go bust a Russell Simmons on us. That's why they like, nah, fuck them passports and fuck that bread. They ain't give a fuck. They don't want him pulling a Russell Simmons, getting on the jet, getting on a plane, and never coming back. They want niggas to pay. If I'm not mistaken, Russell Simmons had some similar allegations, you know, and when some people, and when, you know, the allegations got a little bit too hot, that nigga did. It never came back. They didn't need Diddy pulling that. That's why they ain't give a fuck about that. They're like, nah, nigga, somebody got to pay for this shit. Y'all ain't just going to keep running across the world.
Diddy is in jail right now because they let Diddy run it up for many, many years. And I believe they let him run it up for many years for a reason. You know, they were trying to really run cases on him that spanned over a number of years. He's probably got, you know, evidence that they've already have that goes back to 2012, 2011, 2013, you know, 1999, 2002, 2003, just, you know, all of his real good best years, you know. They probably have evidence from then when they were doing cases on him then. You know, you don't know how long they've been casing him. You know, one thing the law enforcement does is when they try to catch people, they'll case you for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, sometimes 10 years. You know, some of the old cartel bosses that were brought down, they were cased for 5 to 10 years before they went in and tried to bring them back. They've been casing them for a long time. When they put people away, they want to get a lot of evidence on them. They want to stack up a lot of evidence, and there's something called repeated evidence. That goes off into putting somebody away, something that's referred to as repeated evidence that an esquire would use that type of language in court. Repeated evidence that would be somewhere in the affidavit, somewhere in the documentation, the words repeated evidence. And there's a more like smart, quirky word for that, but it's something to do with repeated evidence, which is why they case people for so long. Some of the biggest mob bosses that were brought down, they were being cased for years. They were being cased for years to have that repeated evidence on them. That plays a part in putting the person away. But anyway, ain't no evidence on Sharp because he ain't no pimp. So ain't no evidence on somebody who ain't doing something that they coming into the public and claiming that they're doing. Let's get on with the effing reaction.
Watch this. Diddy's gonna get the worst spanking, and he's gonna catch somebody else's backlash. I'm telling you, it's gonna be some of Russell Simmons. They ain't got to really they want to try niggas like this. Like, boy, anybody that get away, we'll just give it to the next, because they go. I really do feel like, and if I'm wrong, I hope I'm wrong here, but just the way it's starting to look and the way the trajectory goes here is Jay-Z next? Who's next here? Who's next on the chopping block? I need to know, chat. Like, who is next here? Who is exempt from all this shit? Because obviously we see it's nothing to build a case, to put something around. Like, all you have to do is have a ground base of some shit. And it could have still been bad, but maybe not as bad as they're about to get ready to put all the motherfucking years on you, homie. They know how to paint.
Before I go on, I just want to go on to say here before I move forward, Sharp is the kind of person that has to be showed. He's that type of dull-minded, dull, thick-skulled person. He has a very thick skull. He's very dull. And he has to be shown something before he believes it. With his fucking shrimp skin lips ass. Shrimp skin lips. This nigga. He's about to be a snake in low cut grass. All 2025. I say he's about to be a snake in low cut grass all 2025. Cause Sharp, he has to be shown. He got a nose ring going on for some reason right now, and he's just the kind of person that he has to be shown. Sharp, that says nothing to him. The fact that he is a 37 years old man staying in the studio apartment. That says nothing to him. Like I said, he's not going to be successful because of himself. It's not going to be because of people on the internet making fun of him. It's not going to be because of bitches that he's supposedly moving. It's not going to be because of homeboys. It's not going to be because of old news. It's not going to be because of damn homie. He's going to be unsuccessful because he is full of unsuccessfulness. I just want to say it again. The Sharp one, he's full of unsuccessfulness. Seriously. Shout out to Dago. I'm coming out there in a couple of months. I'm about to put this song out about Sharp too. I got this rap song I'm about to put out because he can't go back to that parade of ragged broke bitches and them only fan hoes. He ain't even in they mentions, so a bitch got couple bars coming out, couple bars, couple stars, couple NARS coming out on this motherfucker. Cause the video I'm probably be in NARS makeup. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be definitely finishing up this song in the studio and getting this little distribution deal, this little company, and put that shit out on Apple Music. It's gonna be dubbed the Sharp Disc. You guys be looking for that on Apple Music, iCloud, or excuse me, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify, and wherever else that you stream music. Deezer, Pandora, all that good shit. Definitely coming. Yeah, Sharp is the kind of person that he does not think. He don't have a brain. He doesn't have a plan, and he only sees the right now. He's not big because he took on smoking and drinking. He's obviously, as you can see, it's like people that even look at Sharp and act like y'all are a fan of him. Here's the thing. You act like you don't see what's going on. Like you act like you're a type of person that don't see what's going on. And I ain't that kind of person. I see what's going on for what it is. Sharp has proven to us that he's not full of the spirit of success or wealth or power. He's a stool pigeon, which for one thing, what I've noticed about Virgo men is they are good at being stool pigeons. Especially Virgo men born in September. They real good at being some motherfucking stool pigeons. They can sit and talk to you for hours. They can sit and talk about whatever for hours. They some stool pigeons. And Sharp, he's good at being a stool pigeon, He's good at just gossiping and talking about what's going on with everybody else. The power of fame for him, he's good at giving that to everyone else. He's not really good at harnessing that power for himself. He's good at giving the power of fame. The Virgo has the power of fame, but Sharp is good at dispersing that power to everyone else. He dispersed that power to Back on Fig. He dispersed that power of fame to A Point and Shoot. He dispersed that power. He's just giving that power to everyone because he don't know how to hone in on that power himself. He doesn't know how to hone in on his own powers. I also said that about Sharp about a year ago. I said that about him, that he's the type of person that he doesn't know how to hone in on his own personal powers. And you know what? He never will. Sharp is not going to be anything. He's not going to do anything as long as he wants to be alone. I hope he does find a woman to go be with. I hope he do find, something, because guess what? As long as he by himself, he's shortening up his lifespan and he's shortening up how much success he can have. There's these apartments in Las Vegas called the Harmon Apartments. Sharp is liable to go back there in a couple of years and stay in them apartments and be working as a dishwasher at one of them hotels on the Strip. That's liable to become his life if he don't do what he's supposed to do. He's not going to succeed being alone. Michael Jackson is a Virgo, and he came up in a house full of 9 other people, and he was one of the biggest success stories that came out of America since America discovered oil in Texas. He was one of the biggest success stories that came up out of America since we discovered oil in this country. So Virgo people who cling to themselves and cling to being by themselves, they usually end up being unsuccessful. Sharp, he wants, to make sure that his next pack of cigarettes is coming, to make sure that his next weed sack in the next couple of days is coming, and to make sure he got a place to lay his head. I mean, this nigga, he is really a fucking bum. That's why I don't subscribe to this channel, because he's a fucking bum. This man. He's a bum. And all you men out there taking up for Sharp, y'all lost y'all motherfucking minds, because this man is a fucking bum. He's a bum. He's a good talk, sound good. I know he done seen the movie It Ain't Easy, because over the 3 years that he been on No Jumper, he said some things that's straight out of the movie It Ain't Easy. And if y'all know who Pimp C is, and y'all know who Cat Williams is, y'all know what movie I'm talking about, the movie called It Ain't Easy that came out back in 2002. Came out a few years before Sharp became 18 years old. That nigga probably watched that movie faithfully. He probably grew up watching that movie faithfully. This man, no goddamn pimp. Let's get back to reacting to this simp ass, angry simp ass nigga.
Pretty pictures here.
Bitch ass nigga.
I don't know who's next, but I'm feeling like a hove might be in the neighborhood somewhere. A hove might be in the vows. You know what I'm saying?
Pimpin' distress. Pimpin' distress. Pimpin' distress. Pimpin' distress. Pimpin' distress.
I really do believe that. Somebody's next.
Call Dago.
All I can say is hopefully the people, and it seems, and I can't even say that hopefully, because it seems like the people that they're targeting anyway have millions upon millions of dollars. So they're not targeting, the broke ones. They want you to have money. That's how they come hit you. That's why I even think the feds, even with Diddy, fuck that 50 million, that 75 million. We're going to get that out of you anyway.
Just looking at this nigga, I bet that breath is just kicking, coming up out those shrimp skin lips.
Call Dago. Call Dago.
Them shrimp skin lips this nigga got. I mean, I bet that breath is just kicking, coming up out of those shrimp skin lips.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're getting that off him. He's going to have to give that up. They're going to make sure that he broke and ain't got nowhere to go but to sit in that cell. But somebody else is about to get ready to get it. And I don't know who's next on the hit list here because it seems like the feds got one. And I feel like this Diddy shit, it's going to be, and shout out to anybody that was a victim in that. Like, should nobody go through that if that's what really, if these are the things that are really happening. Because I'm sure there's some stories that are false. There's some stories that are true. Shout out to anybody that's going through that, like, that had to, homie. Like, that shit ain't it. That's just not it. But boy, this shit's gonna. And why I say that is because I feel like it's gonna become bigger than the victims. Like, this shit's about to get nasty. It's gonna unravel a list of people who've been around, who was doing this, who was doing that. Hey, it's gonna get bigger than just the people that were. And like I said, no offense, like, and shout out to the people that had to go through that, but it's gonna get a little bit bigger than them because when these celebrities start coming into the mix and they start naming off some of these people that were at these parties that he has videos of, oh, it's all gonna unravel, baby. It's on its way. It's on its motherfucking way, for sure. It's gonna get way worse than like just the people that attended these parties. Like, or like, just your everyday people that, I'm saying, good looking people. Able, I'm saying, being at these parties, just knowing other people being there, like, I get it. But there's going to be some shit that comes out about this case that's going to get real wicked. And that's the fuck trips me out. I'm going to be honest with you. How is it that, like, y'all been protecting this Epstein list, but boy, they about to get ready to out the fuck out of Diddy. Like, yeah, this person, like that person, look at this picture, that picture, this picture, look who was here, who was there.
Well, I guess that would explain why you believe in the white dollar, even though the black dollar is usually geared toward people that look like you. But we're just gonna play, like that white dollar is gonna feed you, and that white dollar probably gonna end up putting your bitch ass under a bridge somewhere, or you gonna be somewhere staying at the Harmon apartments in Las Vegas and going to your job at the Luxor every night washing those dishes. Dishwasher.
Can we get the fuck on with it already? Can we get the fuck on with it already?
Dishwasher.
They dropped a piece of the list that, no offense to anybody, but like, obviously nobody cared about that much because you don't really hear no riffraff or nothing that's even coming of it. So you got the people that's going to really shock the world. When are you going to drop it? I'm curious here. Like, I'm kind of...
He need to get that dumbass tattoo off his face and retract that shit.
Kind of like, oh, this shit's child's play at this point. When are you going to drop that list, the other part of the list where everybody needs to see on the Epstein, excuse me, like on his whole situation? When are you going to drop that and show the world what the fuck's really going on?
When you going to drop that damn cigarette and drink some water and clear your voice up over 6 to 8 months and stop sounding like a Vegas casino at 2 a.m. sharp? If a Vegas casino walls could talk, they'd sound like Smokey the lizard monitor. Not Smokey the bear, but Smokey the lizard monitor, aka the sharp one. Roast this bitch ass nigga.
Because it's supposed to shock everybody, all these people, that, because you had to log in pretty much being on that island. So there's a log book of everybody who ever attended ever in life.
Thirsty ass nigga, always drinking. Just a thirst bucket. No, he thirsty for hoes. He can't even do it live without drinking and smoking. Always drinking. Thirst.
They ain't releasing that shit. That shit ain't coming out. No time motherfucking soon. That bitch will be fabricated, ripped up, put back together, spelling everybody's name different. That shit's gonna look foreign by the time we get it. And the people that they left on there is gonna be the ones that getting burned.
Yo, shrimp skin lips ass show worried about it. Shrimp skin lips ass nigga show worried about all the celebrities with the real money, the people that have the power of success being exposed. We need to expose yo no hoe having ass. Yo simpin angry simp ass. We need to expose that. This nigga's a lizard, a monitor lizard with a cigarette in hand and a drink for that thirst. He's thirsty. He stay thirsty for a hoe. He needs to go find Wet Wet from the Zeus Network. They're a perfect match. She thirsty and so is he.
It's facts. Telling you no motherfucking lie. You'll see. You ain't getting none of that shit.
This bitch ass nigga.
Man, every nigga with some money hiding right now. Do you notice like every real like black record label, there is none? Like I'm talking about
there you go again, beating down the black dollar, and yet all you black folks in the comments want to be this nigga friend. There he go again, beating down the black dollar. All the black people that are successful ain't nowhere near sharp. Has any of y'all motherfuckers noticed that? TK Al Capone don't fuck with him. And he a black successful pimp. And he don't really fuck with Sharp like that. Because really, to be honest, if I'm going to talk about, Sharp was saying that, he was talking to one of the callers on one of the streams, and it's been noted with them shrimp skin lips. It's been noted that he's been talking to one of the callers. He was talking about a week ago to one of the callers about Flacco, and then he said, you can't compare me to them. Well, nigga, we can compare you to the pimpin'. And nigga, you ain't the pimpin', Jack. You ain't the pimpin', Jack. Shrimp skin lip ass nigga, you ain't the pimpin'. Y'all ever seen how a shrimp look when they when you take it out the skin, that's lips. That's sharp lips. He got two little shrimp skin lips sitting up there, talking about the white man, trying to suck the white man off every time he get a chance. He thought that nigga from Connect, that junkie from Connect, he thought that dude was gonna be his new Adam 22 or his new Mark Latia or Mark Liotta from Soft White or Adam 22 from No Jumper. That white dollar about to play out for Sharp. He about to have to play some faith in some black people. He really is. That white dollar, it's gonna play out for his bitch ass. For real. He gonna have to understand. He go to a place like Atlanta. It's black people there in YouTube and entertainment. They got money. It's black people here in Texas. They got money. You know what I'm saying? My business is going up right now. You know what I'm saying? My hair oil is going up right now because my hair is long, so my hair oil is going up right now. Sharp, he's gonna have to do something that he ain't never did. He gonna have to get down with the black dollar. That's what he gonna have to do. Otherwise, he gonna end up being more fucked up and more fucked up. These white folks, they done made him a clown, a one trick pony, a one stage clown show. They done done that with him. They done now. You know, he gonna be at No Jumper when they feel like having him there. You know, he gonna be up there when they feel like having him there. It is what it is. Sharp little shrimp skin ass. This shrimp skin lip ass nigga. Rumpelstiltskin. Sharp the shrimp skin lip ass nigga. Rumpelstiltskin my ass. Sharp the shrimp skin. SSS, not SS. SSS. Sharp the shrimp skin lip ass nigga.
Like from back in the day, like Cash Money, No Limit, you know, just all these different black labels. Like, where are they? Like, for real these days.
Whoa. Now I gotta seep in for real. Now, this nigga is talking about the black dollar as it pertains to the music industry. Okay. Wait a minute. Nigga, shut your goddamn mouth. Cause you ain't talking about shit. Cause who the fuck is the Crane Crushers? Who the fuck is that, nigga? Who is the Crane Crusher? Tell us so we can know, Sharp. Sharpie, Crane Crushing Rob. Tell us so we can know. Cause we don't know who Crane Crushers is. We know who Lil Wayne is. Why you talking about, you know, them Louisiana niggas? We know who they are. Kevin Gates, if I'm not mistaken, he's from Louisiana. And he's somebody in the industry. He got his bread and butter. He got his 7,000 square foot home down there in Louisiana. He has his 7-figure career. He ain't even 40 years old yet. That nigga not even 40. And I don't even like Louisiana like that for real. But I know when it comes to this music industry, we got some real black dollar down there in Louisiana when it comes to that music. So what are you talking about? This nigga is just, he's always low-key down in black people. And I don't like that shit. Because black folks, we are always giving these hot yellow motherfuckers everything they want. We always making sure they cool and secure and okay. You know what I'm saying? We really do our best to take care of hot yellow motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm with a new white man. My kids probably gonna be hot yellow motherfuckers. But I sure don't want them to grow up and be like Sharp. Because I'm going to kick their ass if they do. Or kick them out my house. One or two. This nigga ain't talking about shit. How you going to put your mouth on some Louisiana niggas that so far ain't nothing came out about Lil Wayne as it pertains to P. Diddy? I'm keeping a close eye because I'm about to start doing some reaction videos said Diddy shit. I'm keeping a close eye. It ain't got nothing to do with the Louisiana niggas so far. And whoever that list is, you know, the only person that could be as big as Diddy on that list, because in my opinion, Kevin Gates ain't as big as Diddy, but Lil Wayne show is. They claim that the person that's on the list is pretty big. They haven't said, you know, what state. They haven't even said what gender. They just said that the person on the list, one of the main people was bigger than Diddy, was higher profile than Diddy. So we'll see. This fucking shrimp skin lips ass nigga always talking shit. He always down in the black dollar. And all you niggas that got daughters, y'all want to go in for this nigga and ride for this nigga. Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna want your daughter to grow up and meet no nigga like Sharp. Because she probably gonna end up in jail. Fucking with a nigga like him. A no good, get nothing done, no legacy at having ass nigga like him. If my daughter was gonna grow up and get her ass beat, I want her to get her ass beat by a man that's got something going. I wouldn't want her to get her ass beat by a $2 cigarette pimp. Who cares about nothing but where his next meal come from? Who cares about nothing but where his next ride gonna come from? His next little fad gonna come from. These celebrities, they go out, they make money off the latest fad, and they put that money in their empire. They don't blow it on beer, wine, and cigarettes, and a few hot nights with a few hot bitches. They go and they add that money to something. Bootsy got a whole fucking 7,000 square foot mansion there in Louisiana. This nigga showing up and he start putting his mouth on Louisiana and the music industry. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Texas niggas got mentions off the music industry, and so do Louisiana niggas. Got music off got money off the music industry. Got work in. Got hits out there. Who the fuck was the Crane Crushers? Fuck out of here. This nigga's ill.
They're putting an end to all that shit. It's the truth. They're putting an end to all that shit. This is the day and age and the era of the independent artists.
Putting that independent song out there about your bitch ass too soon. There you go with this shit. The Smoke Show comes alive again.
This is the day and age of the independent artists, homie. There ain't no more black labels.
Okay, this some black hate shit too. Y'all be sure to notate everything that Sharp is saying about black folks. This coming up February. Y'all be sure to notate this yellow belly ass nigga, this snake, this lizard, this monitor lizard looking ass nigga. Y'all be sure to notate everything he's saying right now about the black dollar as it pertains to the music industry. Because last time I checked, Megan Thee Stallion is signed to Rock Nation. So all that independent artist shit, that shit is still doable when you sign, but it only goes so far. Lizzo is signed. If I'm not mistaken, she's signed. So I don't know what this dude's talking about. Hell, he don't know what he's talking about. But you know, that's what this reaction is for. It is to notate all this bullshit that this nigga is on. Drinking and smoking and drinking and smoking, drinking and smoking and drinking and smoking. I think I'm gonna make that a song too, and we're gonna put Sharp in there for the music video. Drinking and smoking and drinking and smoking, drinking and smoking and drinking and smoking, drinking and smoking and drinking and smoking. This is an episode of Your World, My Fucking Views, featuring the episode about the Sharp one, this snake in low cut grass. All 2025. Another year of the snake in low cut grass being exposed, aka the Sharp one. This nigga did not work out.
Yeah, I seen Kevin hosting them parties. I seen him do a couple like videos with Diddy in the room and all that shit. But to be honest with you, and this is just my personal take, I don't think Kevin Hart had anything to do with any of that shit, my nigga, to be honest. It was cool to be at a Diddy party. This is like, you have to think about it. This is the way we look at Diddy now. This is years in the making of this shit. So people were fucking with him throughout the years. Now you probably listen to it and you'll think like, well, damn, these are people that I don't even want to, you couldn't even fathom yourself even being in the same room with him now, a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Back then, man, Diddy was one of them niggas. That was somebody to be around. People didn't look at it like that. And there wasn't a lot of internet media or anybody to really like push it to the magnitude that it's being pushed today to make him be the monster that everybody is seeing him to come out to be. But It wasn't like that back then. So I feel like there were a lot of people that were at them parties back then that were oblivious to the situation. Unless they had to go off of, hey, you know, you might not want to drink that. That shit got GHB in it, nigga. Don't drink that. You had to get put on game probably at his parties. It's not like it is today. The jig is up. Everybody knows. I don't think Kevin Hart, like at that time, you can hear whatever you want to hear, but that shit was just all speculation. That shit wasn't something that he probably ever saw on camera. Has anybody ever saw any of this shit on camera? Did he having sex with a man? Did he having sex with a woman? No. The most we ever saw is when he chased Cassie down the motherfucking hallway in that hotel and the camera leaked it. Everything else you see is just him, it's child's play. It's, you don't really know. You know, but you don't know. Yeah, you ain't hearing nothing from Bieber. You ain't hearing nothing from nobody. Everybody that ever spoke on him, you ever noticed they're going back and getting dated videos of people speaking on him. Not anything that's now and in the now. You're not getting that. Everybody done shut their mouth. And I feel like why a lot of people, just a lot of people, not everybody, but why a lot of people shut their mouths is because you had something to do with them freaking leak ass situations. Diddy was freaky. We all know this. And the reason why I said Diddy do it again is because when I hear about the situation with the 9-year-old, the child, and, you know, you promising him a record deal, I don't know what took place behind that. I don't know why they're bringing that up necessarily, but the shit kind of crazy to me, man. I'm like, it had to come that way, though. It's got to get nasty. It has to get worse before it can get better for him. That's why they're doing all that shit. I'm just saying, homie, there's a lot of truth to this, and there's a lot of lies and fabricated shit to this. And until we can sort through the dirty laundry, separate the clean from the dirty, and get all this shit away from it, get away from each other, I don't know really what to believe. You know what I'm saying? I believe there were some things taking place. Of fucking course. I don't believe everybody, though. People are known to hop on the bandwagon. People are known to hop on it, and when you can, and you can try to make it, it's all about whose story sound better. Whose story sounds believable. There's some people that got some real ass stories that this shit really happened. There's going to be a lot of false ones and fabricated ones too. We got to know how to separate the two. Straight up, like there's some, if everybody's just in the right, all these people, man, that's crazy. Hell, man, that's crazy. I can't see it. There's gonna be some bullshit in the mix. Listen, at the end of the day, this is a famous person, right? Can we all look at it like that? That at the end of the day, that this is a famous person. This is a person that's known. This is a public figure at the end of the day. There's going to be a lot of shit that comes about. And like I said, I don't think that he didn't do any. I think he did a lot of shit. What trips me out is how long they allowed it to go on. And they knew about it. That's the only part that trips me out. There's been 125 assault cases filed against him. So they say that a lawyer found. Man, if that's the case, why was it allowed to go on this fucking long? And then why is this situation coming up with this 9-year-old child now? And how many other situations like that are going to come about? thing I seen was the Cassie situation. Yeah, I've seen him do a lot of other suspicious activities for sure, and videos and all types of shit that he said. But that was the only thing I ever saw like that happen, was a situation with Cassie. That's why I won't make a move. It's so scary these days, homie, because it's like, damn, the bitch can be all the way in the wrong, nigga. Let you do anything. You're losing. You're losing. You're better off just, man, get the bitch out your hair, my nigga. Get her out your face. And you could probably be all the way in the right, slapping this bitch. This bitch could have spit on that nigga on the way out the door and ran down the hallway while he was in the shower. You never know. But because that nigga came out the motherfucking door and chased that bitch and did whatever the fuck he did, guess what? He's 100% accountable. That's why you can't play with none of them, homie. Put your hands up and move along. That's the only way you gonna win, bro. That's the only way out to all my niggas out there, all my people, homie. To all my people out there. All my niggas, man, like, you in a lose-lose situation. If you in a situation that you feel like may be toxic or whatever the case may be, unless you just want to full-blown beat the bitch ass, that's on you, nigga. Take whatever you got coming with it. That's not a team I want to stop for. The police ain't a team I want to stop for, nor do I want to fuck with, man. I'm cool. Straight like that, my nigga. I don't give a fuck how you got to just throw it up, man, and just say, hey, it's cool. Go ahead. You don't need to be chasing nothing, walking behind nothing. Man, I don't give a fuck what that bitch do, nigga. Don't ever talk to her again. What he did, chasing behind her low-key, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's broke nigga shit. That shouldn't be rich nigga shit at all.
Whoa. Wait a minute. You talking about like the broke nigga shit that you did to damn homie? You mean the audio from Clubhouse back in April wasn't broke nigga shit? Man, please. You chase behind bitches, you beat their ass and chase behind them some more because you looking for the bitch, and you always manage to be with the broke bitch, putting them bitches on drugs and shit. That's what Sharp was doing. That's what the cigarette pimp was doing back in the day. And back in the day, I mean like just 5-6 years ago, right before he got on Soft White, which that would have been 4 years ago. But I'm just saying before that, before he had got on Soft White. Sharp needed Soft White. Sharp need no jumper. He needs it. Because otherwise, he just a cigarette pimp. Cigarette pimp, man. This nigga is a joke, and we all know it. He sold his soul to Las Vegas over 15 years ago, and he been selling it ever since. Sold some ass too. Speaking of the ass business, that might be why he drink and smoke so much.
Because we're going to look at it, bitch, you want to leave. What you won't do, the next bitch will. There's too many men.
And what she won't do for you, won't no bitch do for you. Because when you get the chain smoking, when you get the drinking every day, and smoking a whole pack of cigarettes every day and a whole half a sack of weed every day, and drinking and sipping and sip the whole day, done took a whole day to sip a whole damn bottle down. When you sit there and do that shit, that bitch realized what's good for her, and she realized that getting on a erotic monkey down in Florida and making $2K a night without a pimp is a better deal than being there in LA sitting there with you talking about a whole bunch of nothing, sitting there in the smoke show all damn night and a drinking show all damn day.
This world too big. It's too many people out here.
I wonder what the Sharp mean by it's too many people. Do he mean there's too many people in the world? It should be less people and it's too many people. Is that what he means? I got a feeling that that's what he truly means. That it's too many people in the world. Need to be less people so he can be more safe. I got a feeling that that's what his September Virgo ass really means. But we're gonna keep this show a going. Let's keep it a going. Keep it a band, nigga. Keep it a band.
This is fucking facts. There's too many people out in the world, homie. I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not walking behind you. I'm not giving you any reason, but don't come around me and don't try to assault me because I'm going to protect myself. But I'm not playing with no bitch.
And that right there is one reason why I said I don't want to know Sharp, because let me tell you something. I got a lot of good ideas for Sharp, and he might not ever hear them. You know, because one thing for sure, me being a woman is I'm on a weight loss journey, and on top of losing the weight, I'm building my muscle back up. I'm getting on a 75 pounds next. I'm on the 50 pounders now. I'm getting on the 75 pounders in the next 3 months. I will knock a nigga like Sharp out. Like all that physical shit, we couldn't even get started with that. Because just like I can lift a 50-pound box right now, and I'm working myself back up to 75 pounds and working up to 80 pounds and 100 pounds. I'm slowly working up to that. You can't get into no physical altercation with me. Because one thing for sure, you not about to call the police on me. Because Sharp, he want to call the police on the bitch just like bitches done called police on him. Oh, he's been called. Oh, the police been called on Sharp more than a little bit. Y'all better go check those records in Clark County, aka Las Vegas. Y'all better go check them records in Clark County. Bitches been calling the police on him for a long motherfucking time now. He done beat kids in front of women, done beat women in front of kids. I'm surprised the bitch ain't took a 9mm and rest in peace to our nigga Sharp. Cause he been whooping ass for a long motherfucking time now. And he ain't been giving them anything. He don't even have a home to go to. Unlike TKO Capone, this nigga Sharp don't even got a home to go to. Because I told y'all, I'm going to compare Sharp to other pimps since he claimed that he can't be compared to the people up there no jumper. He's made it very clear that he can't be compared to Flacco and Brick Baby and Almighty and Lush and all. He can't be compared to these people that he see all the time. Apparently, for some odd, strange reason, he can't be compared to these people. But we're gonna keep this shit going. This dumbass shrimp skin lips ass nigga. Shrimp skin lips. Simpin bits. Simpin tips by shrimp skin lips. Put that shit on a fucking shirt and put his face on that shit. Shrimp skin. Simpin tips by shrimp skin lips.
Because she already got the upper hand in it. And when a lot of these bitches get mad, they gonna call the police on you, homie. It's what happens, my nigga. This shit's the truth.
Smoking on that late.
You gotta watch yourself out here. Nigga, you cannot be trying to, I don't give a fuck what that bitch doing, dog. Your ass going to jail. As soon as you play in it, they don't give a fuck. If you was Jim Man, the bitch could have spit on you. Nigga, popped you in your shit. They always gonna take her side. Nigga, you better off just getting away from that bitch. Hey, and you know what? If you's a boss, and that's why a lot of you bitches suck, man. Hey, just go to your other bitch house. You should already have one anyway if this bitch was acting like a punk rock. Get away from her punk ass.
Speaking of punk rock, didn't Point Shot make a video about Sharp that was punk rock? Didn't he get a video made about him that was punk rock? I believe he did, and rightfully so, because nobody looks more of a rock and roll reject than Sharp.
Same for you bitches. You always got a problem. You always say you complaining. This nigga ain't for you, bitch. Why you still with him? The fuck is you doing? Why you still with him? Nobody want to hear about you. I just couldn't. You spent 8 years of it. You knew 8 years ago you didn't want to be with the nigga. You stayed for that.
Oh, womp, 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 womp. This nigga got so much lip. Shrimp skin lip sharp. Gives simpin tips. Shrimp skin lips. Gives simping tips. Shrimp skin lips. Gives simping tips. Fucking Wizard of Oz. Say that shit 3 times. Clap your fucking heels. Click your heels.
Extra 8 after the 2 that it took you to figure out who you was with? What the fuck is going on?
Click your heels. Click your heels.
What are we really on? That shit crazy to me, homie. You gonna hear crickets when you ask a motherfucker that in person.
Yeah, we'll hear crickets if we look inside your brain. Sharp, Robert Deshaun Swonger. We will hear crickets if we listened inside of your brain.
You rather struggle with a motherfucker for the next 8 years than have to struggle for the next 6 months, have to figure it out for yourself and rebuild. The fuck me, it's very simple. Tell me it take no 8-10 years to get the fuck up out of nothing, bitch. No, you like the situation, and the niggas, they do too. Something about that bitch, nigga. That
You mean like you like the situation with that woman that you got 2 kids by in Vegas that you don't claim her children, but you like the 6-7 years that woman gave you? You like those years she gave you, but you don't like those children? You don't even claim the kids, talking about your son and your daughter. You got 2 other kids that you don't claim. Huh, Sharp? Huh, Robert Swonger? Huh? Is that what we're talking about? You like the situation of beating ass and Sharp like that angry sex. He like that. He want to beat some ass and then get some pussy and probably go get some dick too with his gay pimp ass. And if he ain't a gay pimp, he sure came off as one for the past 4 fucking years. Shit.
even though she done put you in jail, she done did all that. She done did classes and everything about that bitch. You still with her. I swear, man, I seen that shit. Had to go to anger management and shit like that. And
yeah, you seen it in your own life. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, when Sharp gives y'all these little vignette stories like this, when he starts pulling over in his subject and start giving y'all these little stories about jail and women, he's talking about himself. He ain't talking about no homeboy. He's talking about himself. You know, he's talking about what he has experienced with these damn homies he been trying to be with, and will continue to do so. You know, Sharp, he's liable to get with somebody and end up going to jail for 5 or 6 years in the next couple of years. You know, he hasn't learned no lessons, you know, about how to deal with women, and that's women of any race. I'm not talking about no specific race of women. Sharp don't know how to deal with any women of any race. He's never been a pimp. He's a poster boy for pimping. He's not the actual pimping. Shrimp skin lips. Shrimp skin lips give simpin tips. Once again, ladies and gentlemen.
you know, everybody that's pretty much in there, somebody they had dealt with, obviously had to have a DV, domestic violence, whatever the situation may be, and they're all sitting there, and half of them are even talking about it. The majority of them are still with the bitch that put them in there, man. Like, you're not winning that way. If you knew you wasn't in the wrong for how you moved, why you still with the bitch? I don't give a fuck, nigga. What's going on? You's a fucking boo-boo the fool, nigga. You's a boo-boo the fool. Straight up. You niggas be in them fucking classes and still be with the bitch. For real, man. She put you in there. That bitch get to be at home and talk to her home.
I feel like the music is appropriate since Sharp is talking about his cartoon pimping ass days and disguising it as what he's seen with his homies when he's really talking about his own past situation.
Girl, her the next nigga and let him know how you in classes behind her because you couldn't control yourself. Fuck up out of here, man. Suck my balls through the drawers, nigga. It ain't happening. You niggas better get smart. Hey, look, Cassie's a whole different situation. There was some real money and some power involved. I can get it. Why it might have took her a little second, you know? But a lot of you other bitches fuck with a bunch of broke ass niggas, and y'all don't even have nothing really even together. So what? So what's your excuse?
You mean broke ass niggas like you? And let's not get started, nigga. Don't start putting your mouth on Cassie, cause you ain't never broke a bitch like that. You know, you done met some bitches with Cassie potential, i.e. them bitches, some of them bitches from Baddies. Scotty wouldn't even turn her head to Sharp when Sharp was over there on Brick Baby's vlog last year with Natalie Nunn and the Baddies crew. Scotty wouldn't even turn her head to Sharp. She ready for that nigga to go. Any woman over the age of 25 that got bread and look good as fuck is gonna be ready for a nigga like Sharp to go. You know, they gonna be ready for that nigga to say hi and say bye real quick. This nigga is for broke hoes only. That's why I told y'all I might not meet this nigga. Don't want to meet this dusty ass nigga. This nigga gives a fuck about his next meal, the next place he gonna lay his head at, the next jacket he gonna buy. This man ain't got no fucking house. He ain't got no fleet of cars. He ain't got no 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condominium that he own in LA. He ain't doing nothing like that because he's not one of the big boys. He's not one of the big boys. Sharp is a clown. This nigga ain't one of the big boys. And yeah, he want to put his mouth on a bitch that was with one of the big boys, Cassie. She was with one of the real men, one of the big boys. Sharp he has never aspired to be one of the big boys. TKO is one of the big boys. TKO Capone, he's one of the big boys. Silky Slim is one of the big boys. Goldie is one of the big boys. Sharp don't even want to be one of the big boys. He don't want to be one of the big boys. That's why he was on this channel fucking around, talking about academics and playing with some little toys. Because he don't want to be one of the big boys. He want to play with little toys.
I get it. Yeah, all right. You know, Cassie, it might have been a little different for her, but that's not all you bitches' situations. Y'all be having a next to fucking nothing. You clinging to everything. It's crazy. Yeah, motherfucker, right? Yeah, all right. Cassie might be different, but what's you bitches' excuses? Because you don't have any. And that nigga ain't did nothing, and bitch, you ain't did nothing either. Y'all in each other's way. Y'all in each other's way, bitch. I don't want to hear nothing. You ain't got no excuse. I get why she might have to go through what she went through. Your nigga ain't even halfway even like that. He at home playing PlayStation, bitch.
You mean like you? You be playing the game a lot, Sharp. You like to play the game, don't you? With your big little boy ass. You not one of the big boys because you like to sit around and play with little toys. Academics may have been being prophetic about Sharp's life, talking about nigga wash the dishes. He keep not getting along with everybody else and trying to make everybody else a problem. That nigga gonna be in Las Vegas in a couple of years at the Harmon Apartments, going to work every day in his little putt-putt. Working at the Cosmopolitan, working at the Luxor, working at the MGM Grand, working at one of them hotels and washing those dishes. Nigga get to the dishes. A pimp named Slickback.
Eating up all the food, all the Lunchables, the baby's Lunchables is gone. You bought them 20 of them to last them for the week and a half while you was at work. This nigga done ate them all. In between his game.
Now, I don't know what woman is sitting up having a kid with a man and she can't get in there and cook some real meals. Bitch over there talking about some damn Lunchables for me and him and the baby. Sound like you ain't even dealing with no real bitch. Because real bitches get in the kitchen and cook. Real bitches get in the kitchen and throw down. This nigga can't find a real bitch to save his life. This the sharp one, man. He can't find a real bitch to save his life. Shrimp skin lip ass nigga. Shrimp skin lips. Shrimp skin lip giving simpin tips. Shrimp skin lips giving simpin tips. I'll put that shit on the shirt.
And breaks.
Merchandise coming soon.
Fuck you sitting there waiting on it. Nigga, what you waiting on? You don't like the bitch? Get your ass up and make a move.
Where is that what's called thing for his neck? Where he can talk into his hole on his neck. Talking to the hole.
If the bitch is really your roadblock, get your ass up and make a move and show the bitch that she was your roadblock. Show her to take you one time.
Ain't nobody a roadblock for this nigga like him. I just want to point that out. So cut the music here. Because he's saying some serious shit now. He's saying this man saying some serious shit. Talking about women being roadblocks to men, men being roadblocks to women. Ain't nobody a roadblock to Robert Swonger except Robert Swonger. He started off looking decent and he went and got this big old stupid ass tattoo put on his face. I mean, just stupid. Got these tears on his eye. Who he killed? He must have killed some prostitutes he was dealing with. He must have killed a couple prostitutes he was dealing with. Cause he damn sure ain't killed no niggas. He damn sure ain't killed no niggas in the war in the street. No, that's never been him. You know, that never be him. He was talking to Brick Baby, sitting up on Brick Baby's channel on a live stream about a year ago, talking about, you know, the rolling 60s and the gang banging and gang politics. I said, Brick Baby better realize that if he ever would have put a gun in Sharp in and they were to all, you know, be in a situation where they have to, you know, fight the other street enemy, Sharp would pop the gun twice and run, and y'all wouldn't even see him. They'd be like, man, what happened to you, man? Where you go, man? I got the fuck up out of there, man. Dick sucking ass nigga. I got the fuck up out of there, man. Yeah, I know your bitch ass did get up out of there. Should no woman be scared of Sharp? Because Sharp is a dick sucking ass nigga. He really is. He is a fucking bitch. And you know what? It kind of matches because the Virgo, that's actually a feminine sign. That's actually a female dominant sign, which why so many Virgo men are bitch ass niggas. But bitch ass niggas deserve to meet their end at the hands of a bitch, if you ask me. I believe that's the truth. That's the way and the light, church. For real. So I couldn't be in no situation with Sharp because he wouldn't put his hands on me because I wouldn't put my hands on him because we not going to fight because I'm bench press 100 pounds. I will kill you. You don't bench press shit. You don't do anything. You sit there and talk and that's great. Talk ain't got to be cheap. We got the internet nowadays. People getting paid off of talking. For real, talk don't have to be cheap. But you damn sure ain't finna get physical with me. That man, he will not get physical with me because you ain't finna call the police on me. Some niggas, they become bitches and they wanna turn the situation around on a female. I've been getting the police called on me. Well, I'm gonna call the police on this dumb bitch. She thinks she can give me a black eye. I'm gonna call the police, send this stupid bitch to jail. No, you not. You ain't sending me to jail, buddy. Because you deserve to go to jail and you deserve to go to hell. So you damn sure ain't sending me to jail. Or no other bitch. Bitch ass nigga's a stool pigeon. He's a good ass stool pigeon too. That's what Sharp is good at. Being a fucking stool pigeon.
I'm to tell the bitch that she was in your way. Had all the arguments you may have had with a bitch. That's one thing you should only have to say one time is, bitch, you in my way. And then show it. Show that shit, homie. You gotta show that shit. You say it once and once only. Nigga, we hear niggas crying neither. Nah, this nigga's real, homie. You tell that bitch one time you in my way and then show her. Show her she was in the way. They don't believe it because you don't do nothing behind it. So when you say it, it sounds like drag. It sounds like drag when you say it. Because you're not putting action behind it. You got to put action when you say it. And that should be your fucking in case emergency, fellas, break glass. Bitch, you're in my way. And once you say that, you better be ready to make a fucking move. Don't tell nobody ever in your life, man or woman, that person that you fucking with's in your way. Because if you can't make a move past that, your dog bitch ass ain't shit neither. A lot of you bitches and niggas cry about what the person you fucking with not doing instead of showing them how to go get that for you or with you, rather.
You not finna go get nothing with nobody, Robert Deshaun Swonger. You are not finna go get nothing with nobody. You have been proving that for the past 19 years of your adult life. Because then this nigga just turned 37 years old a few days ago or a couple weeks ago. Then he just turned 37. So he done went from 18 to 37 and he ain't accumulated no relationships with no bitch. Last time I checked, TKO Capone is out there in Las Vegas living with his women. He living with his bitch he been with for over 14 years. And he living with some bitches that's he had around for the past maybe 6-7 years. He's really doing it for real. You ain't doing shit. You not doing anything. You're not doing nothing but taking care of your immediate selfish needs. Sharp, he should really shut the fuck up about talking about working together and we. Because he's been proven for 19 years of his life that it ain't no we when it comes to what's going on over there with him. It's about him. It's about Robert. And that's it. Just only Robert and no one else. No one else, no person, nobody, just himself. And I honestly believe that people like that deserve to die in a hospital bed by themselves at 57 or 58 years old. I don't give a fuck if this nigga got 8 kids and a good mama and a good uncle. I don't give a fuck. He deserved to be by himself in his deathbed because of the way he is in his life. I say that all the time. People that want to live alone deserve to die alone. They deserve to die with nobody in the room but maybe a nurse that they don't even know. People like Sharp. People like him fucking deserve that. And I hope that upon him. I don't give a fuck how long that nigga live. But when he do die, whether it's in 20 years, whether it's in 30 years, whether it's in 40 years, I wish that upon him that he's by himself. His son ain't there. His other 3 kids ain't there. Them bitches ain't there. Ain't nothing but a couple nurses that he don't even fucking know present. Because he deserved that, to die alone. People that want to live and leave a legacy of selfishness and being alone, they should die alone. For real, I hate it when that nigga say shit like that. I'm sorry, y'all, but it ticks me off when Sharp start talking about we. Because it ain't no we for Robert Deshaun Swonger. It ain't never been no fucking we with this nigga. You look up, who the fuck do you see? You don't see nobody but him, this nigga by himself. It ain't no fucking we. Nigga, you ain't Silky Slim. You ain't got no situation with no bitch. You ain't TKO Capone. You ain't got no situation with no bitch. You ain't Goldie. You ain't got no situation with no bitch. You ain't got nothing going with no group of bitches or no one bitch. You are by yourself. I'm sorry, y'all, but it ticks me off when this man starts talking about we. Because he's proven over the past 4 years that there is no we when it comes to Robert Deshaun Swonger. There is no we. I say all the time, the reason why I get on selfish people so hard is because people that are selfish, they carry death with them. People like that. They carry the grave with them, and they make others around them out to be murderers. People like them. For real, that's what they do. That's what selfish people do. They carry death with them, they carry the grave with them, and they make others out to be murderers with their fucking selfish ass ways. You know, I'm in a situation right now that God may have me to do something here in a year or so. He may have me to do something that most people will not agree with. You know, he may have me to do something very horrible. You know, and I'm not going to be afraid to do it either. And I'm not going to be afraid of the consequences either, because I think selfish people deserve a murderous end. I really do. I think the selfish people, they deserve a murderous, horrible, violent end. Because they can do things to fuck up other people's lives and just go on with their life. You know, I tell God all the time, don't tell me that somebody's lifespan has been cut short. I don't want to hear that. Because they need to experience hell while they alive. Take their arm, take their legs, take their vision, take their hearing. Get them heart palpitations, for real. Give them hell while they're alive. They don't give a fuck about nobody else's anything. Selfish people will affect other people's mental health. They will cause people to become murderers, even. Selfish people. And they deserve a violent end, or they deserve a death by themselves, where everybody they thought that loved them is not around. They're holding the angel of death's hand when they die, nobody else's hand. They deserve that. Selfish motherfuckers. That's what selfish motherfuckers deserve. For real, I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. This is the work of God. Me talking about this demon nigga from Las Vegas. This nigga sold his soul to Las Vegas a long fucking time ago. He been sold his soul to Las Vegas. Nobody give a fuck about Sharp. He a fucking clown, and he gonna remain a clown. I wouldn't dare do nothing with that man. That man wouldn't do nothing but make me bust his fucking lip. That's all he do. He be fighting me, and I be fucking on this man like a damn gorilla. For real. I already got plans for somebody who's a September-born Virgo. God allowed me, he made me to be in a situation, in a household with a September-born Virgo. And I got something for that ass here sooner than later. I got something for that. I got something for that ass. But Sharp, he's somebody that he has proven. I hate it when this man start talking this we jazz that he want to talk. It ain't no we. It ain't never been no we. It's never going to be no we with Sharp. And I pray that in his life, that whenever he die, his son ain't even there for him. Nobody is there for him that he knows. That he's alone. That he dies the way that he has lived. Alone and by himself. I do wish that upon him. For real. Whenever, I don't give a fuck when this nigga die. But when he do die, I wish that upon him. I pray that into his life. That he dies the way he has lived. By himself. With nobody there. No one there. No one to mourn him immediately. They all find out about it when the doctors and nurses alert them that he's no longer with us. That nigga don't deserve shit more. Any man who wants to be all about himself deserves death alone. Or if he interrupts anybody, he deserves to be beat to death with a 2x4. Any man that wants to bring that sickle into somebody else's life deserves to be beat to death. For real. Or die alone. And I wish that upon Sharp. I hope he dies alone. With nobody in the room that he knows. For nobody in the room that he knows. Absolutely no one. That's why a nigga been afraid to go to jail. Because he don't want nobody to come to his aid if he go to jail. Ain't nobody gonna come to give him nothing, to do nothing for him. Because he not going to do nothing for nobody. Robert Deshaun Swonger is the picture of selfishness. And that's why that nigga ain't gonna go nowhere. He's gonna always fail because he's made it to be the Sharp Show his entire life. This nigga got 4 kids and he still makes it out to be just the Sharp Show. And that's it. It's about nobody but him. So he deserves that much. I pray that on him, that no matter when he dies, that he dies in a hospital bed by himself with no one there that he knows. Since his life was all about him, may his death be alone. That's a scary thing, to die in a hospital bed by yourself with nobody there but some doctors and nurses that you don't even know, anything about. But that is what a selfish person deserves. They deserve to die alone. They deserve for their death to look as selfish and as long as their life looked. For however long they lived, whether he lived to be 58 or 68 or 78, he deserves to die alone in a hospital around no one that he knows. For real. The Bible says eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Let me say something. I believe in the eye for eye and a tooth. And I say that if a man want to be alone, he want to make his life about him, and he wants to make everything all about him, and it's selfish, he should die with only himself. He should live. He should die the way that he's lived. He should die with only himself and nobody else in the room but himself. He deserves that. A man who is selfish and lone wolfed and all about him, he deserves that. He deserves to die like that. You live that and you deserve to die. You deserve to die like that. I don't give a fuck how long this man live. He could live to be an 80-year-old man for all I care. I don't give a fuck. But I hope and pray that he dies alone with nobody around him that he knows. Selfish piece of shit.
Shit, they might as well be crying about it with you. Because you ain't doing nothing about it. You just crying. You say not every guy has that boss mindset, though, Sharp. Okay, then what the fuck was you here? What was you put on this earth for? To be ran by somebody else? As a man, was you put on this?
So wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. Now he gonna go into this talking about a boss mindset. What boss mindset is it to sit on a platform and say, this is the Shark Tank, but it's on no jumper? That don't sound like a boss mindset to me. You don't sound like a boss to me at all. You sound like a little ingrate, as a matter of fact. You sound like an ingrate. You don't sound like a boss. You sound like an ingrate. You ain't never sound like a boss, nigga. You've never sound like a boss. It took you 2 years to put the join button on your fucking channel. Took this nigga 2 years to do this shit right here. Y'all see this join button? Look, he got different levels to this shit. Congressional, congregation silver, the congregation gold, the congregation platinum. This nigga did this because he needs the money right now. That's why he did this. Sharp don't want nothing. Sharp don't want to get a house. He don't want to get a townhome. He don't want to own a condominium. He just wants to get what he needs for himself right now. Any man like that, ladies and gentlemen, is a fucking joke. He's a gist or a jester. He's a joke and a jester, period. And always will be. I can sit here and do a live talking about Sharp for 5 hours. It'll be the same thing because he's been doing the same shit. The same bullshit. Pulling the same rabbit out of his fucking ass year after year. And what is that rabbit? The get nothing done rabbit. The get nothing done hat. You know, all that nothing, I tell y'all all the time, nothingness comes from the devil. That comes from the devil. And that usually comes to other people by way of selfish people. That demon of nothingness. And Sharp, he's full of nothingness. Nothingness represents the void. It represents void. That's what that represents. It represents the void. And Sharp, he is full of a bunch of nothingness. He just run and talk his fucking mouth and don't even be saying nothing boss moves. Nigga, you ain't never made a boss move in your whole damn life. Heather and T-Rail are over there making boss moves at Back on Fig. Hell, Smack is over there making boss moves on his channel and on his Instagram. You've never made a boss move in your life, nigga. And you never fucking will. You dumbass, shrimp skin lip, simp tip ass nigga.
Earth to be ran by somebody.
Smoke show. Like you ran by Adam.
Were you put here for that? Was you put here on this earth, my nigga, to be under somebody else?
This nigga don't practice what he preach. This nigga don't practice what he preach.
Get your mind right, nigga. Not everybody has a boss man. Well, you better find one as a man.
Is Sharp talking to himself? Is he prepping himself? Is that what he's doing? Because it's starting to seem like this man is prepping himself. He's prepping himself. The human lizard monitor lizard is prepping himself. He's getting himself ready for what the fuck ever. Who knows? We never know what Sharp's talking about. He's just a stool pigeon. Where's that interview with Wes Khalifa? Where's that interview with some of Tupac's old crew? Isn't he out there in the West Coast? Ain't he out there in Los Angeles? He in the shitty part of LA too. I think I know where this dumbass nigga live at. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out all of Sharp's business so we can exploit and expose his bitch ass nigga.
I'd never sit in the car with you. You gonna crash us, nigga, in the car. Understand how to grab the steering wheel, nigga, and drive it correctly.
Why is Sharp always talking about somebody crashing something? He was saying on Brick Baby's vlog, he was telling that the gay guy named Bobby from Zeus Network and from Love and Hip Hop, he was saying, you want to crash, Bobby? You want to crash? Is Sharp trying to let us know that he's only here to crash and recrash and recrash again? Because inevitably, in his most inner self, he's just a fucking crash dummy. Is that what he's trying to say? That he's a crash dummy?
Who the fuck gonna drive for you, bro? For your life. Come on, gang. Who the fuck gonna do it for you, nigga? What, you gonna go get a boss? Go ahead. When you gonna be one?
This nigga ain't talking about shit.
And a boss ain't always about all the money that you have. It's about a way that you move. When you move into the room, man, they can feel your aura, your energy, your presence.
So being a boss ain't got nothing to do with having your own payroll system and paying yourself. Being a boss ain't got nothing to do with having your own LLC and running your own agency of yourself and getting in movies and getting on other podcasts and getting paid and things. So a boss ain't got nothing to do with none of that, huh? It's got something to do with your persona in front of other people is essentially what he's sitting here saying. I think that you gain a boss persona the more that you do actual boss shit. You gain a boss persona the more you do boss shit. You know, you're paying yourself. You're doing business ventures through your own LLC and profiting off of it. You're opening up that car wash. You're opening up that dry cleaners. You know, you're opening up that little small boba tea restaurant or open up some sort of other kind of restaurant. You're out here, you know, you're owning different things on the internet. You're running that merch on your channel. You got other merchandise that you're running. You got a little clothing brand that you start up. You got several businesses that are becoming backbone strings of income. Before you know it, you have 3 or 4 reliable strings of income. That's being that, but that's not boss moves, right? Boss moves is the way you move when you come on set and people see you. This nigga's ill.
To me, that's a boss, and you can walk in there with no money. And they respect the fuck out you, nigga, like you.
And a boss is never going to be a person that does not have money. I'm going to say that again very slow. A boss is never going to be a person that does not have money. This nigga is delusional as fuck. This nigga's ill.
You got just as much as them, if not more. That's a boss to me, homie. A lot of weenies with bread, nigga.
What a contradiction by Sharp the P. Sharp wants all the money. He wants all the bitches to give him the money, but the guys that have the money are just some wimps with bread. What a fucking contradiction. On flag on the play. Flag on the play.
A boss can walk in a room. I've walked in many rooms with absolutely nothing and walked out that bitch with everything. Everything.
What did he do with that everything? He bought a house. Did that nigga buy a house and everything? He walked out of there with everything. So he walked out there with the bread, the bitches, the cars, the clothes, and the keys to a house in Las Vegas that he gonna own in 10 years. Is that what he did? You know, there's one piece of the formula of Sharp that he's always gonna be missing, and that's how to turn a fad into some hard cash, into some hard money. How to turn just a fad into some money that's in the bank that he can invest and make something and do something with. That's what he's missing, and he's always going to be missing that as long as he wants to be alone and be by himself. So, you know, I hope that and wish that for him. You know, he's went from a 2-bedroom to a studio apartment, Jack. It's only going to get worse for sure.
Nigga, that's boss shit to me. I purposely go with no money.
And he took that money that he gained, and he smoked that money up and drunk that money up and spent it on prostitutes, man. That's what he did with that money that he gained, man. He drank that money up and smoked that money up and used and spent that money on prostitutes, man. And put a big down payment on a nice luxurious car, man. He didn't take $100 grand and go back to Las Vegas and put 50% down on a $350,000 home. No, he didn't do that. He didn't go buy himself a home so his son can have a place to call home because of his dad, man. No, that's not important, man. What's important is living in LA, man, and paying $3,000 a month in rent, man, and buying bitches and spending money on other things and giving bitches money and taking bitches out for dinner and trying to woo the bitch into being pimped, man. That's more important than getting a house for his son in LA so he can say, I'm going to my dad's house. That's more important than him and his son. Wooing the bitch and his next smoke and his next drink is more important than him and his son, man. That boy gonna be a mama's boy anyway.
Cause I want to walk out with everything.
Oh, for those of you back here in the comments, yeah, he gonna be a mama's boy. Sharp's son is gonna be a mama's boy because Sharp don't even live with that woman. When you do a woman the way that Sharp is doing, that woman that he's got that same, plus that boy is Scorpio, and Scorpios and Virgos are the same sex, don't get along anyway. So it's a wrap. That little boy, he gonna be like Diddy. He's gonna be up there with his mama. He ain't gonna give a fuck about Sharp. He not gonna give Sharp shit. He not gonna do nothing for Sharp. Sharp is a black bomb to his son. He number the black
on
bomb.
your game.
He a nigger bomb.
I walked in rooms with $0 on purpose. You know, keeps that drive going, that hunger. Don't walk in there like you already got it. Walk in there with that fire, that hunger. Like you got to get it all over the fuck again. I ain't never played with y'all, man. I know we be a lot of shit online that hard to drag in a brown paper bag, but we know what the fuck it is, nigga. A boss can help others. Miss Duke says Sharp ain't even in his kid's life to eat them damn Lunchables. Well, shit, at least I got food.
Glad somebody told the effing truth on here, because this man ain't in no kid's life. He ain't with nobody. He's by himself. Sharp is always by himself. You know, he doesn't have a situation with no woman, you know. Somebody was saying in my comments something about Sharp is your husband. No, the hell he not. Because Sharp don't want nothing from nobody. You know, Sharp is not prepared for no woman. He's not prepared for any woman, and he's never gonna be. Those girls that come around him, they gonna come around, they'll be around for a spell, and they'll be gone. You know, he's gonna end up alone, and hopefully he ends up in the hospital bed by himself, and his son don't even be there. His daughter don't be there. None of those people that he's talking about will not even be around him, because if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If you want to live alone, you deserve to die alone. For real, you want to live alone, you deserve to die the way you live. White people always say that when one of their friends died, he died doing what he loved, or he died doing how they died doing what they were. They died doing what they were in life. And I believe that. I believe a person should pass away the way that they were in life. And if you were alone with in life, nobody should be there with you more than you. Nobody. You know, nobody should be there with you more than you. You were alone with them. Like it was all about you. And you can die alone then. You want to live alone, you can die alone. You know? That's what you deserve. You deserve to be in the hospital with nobody around you. Your son can find out when the doctors and nurses tell him. You know? For real. I'm just kicking that because it's the truth. I believe that about people who are selfish. That if they want to make everything all about them and they be by themselves all the time, then when they time comes, hopefully God will make a situation where they are there by themselves and nobody else they know is around them. You know, nobody else is there around them that they know. You know, because all too often, people end up being by themselves, dying alone in the hospital when they've done everything for everybody else. You know, selfish people sure enough deserve to be in that hospital bed by themselves with nobody. If they want to live like that, they should die like that. Period. Y'all know what I'm saying is right.
Your picture, baby. At least they got food.
Yeah, because Sharp thinks like this when it comes to his son. If it was good enough for him, it's good enough for his little son. You know, if it was good enough for Sharp coming up, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. You know, even when it comes to negative shit, such as not being in the home with your wonderful, beautiful son, if it was good enough for Sharp, it was good enough for that little boy too. Hopefully that little boy will grow up. He'll find himself a wife, a girlfriend, a bitch on the side, because he's a Scorpio man, which means he's going to be a powerful man. Hell, Diddy might be moving over to make room for that little boy. Who knows? You know, he is Scorpio, so he's going to be a powerful man. He's going to be a real man upon the earth. Because Virgos ain't nothing but a bunch of clowns. They some evil ass, angry ass clowns, and that's it. Any man who lets feminine energy take over him is an evil nothing ass horrible clown and deserves a violent end, if you ask me. But you know, I say all that to say that little boy Sharp is doing that to him because that is what was done to Sharp in his life. He talked about how he went to Detroit to see his dad one time, and his dad really did not want him there. You know, he stayed there for a few days, and his dad really didn't want him there. So he grew up to do that to his own little boy. That little boy is not around Sharp. We don't see now one picture of Sharp and that little boy. He's not around that little boy like that. Because Sharp figures if it was good for the goose, it's good for the gander. My dad wasn't in my life, so fuck you. That's what Sharp thinks about that little boy. And that's horrible that a lot of y'all won't even admit that in the comments. This man don't give a fuck about none of the children that he's went out and made. According to what's been said, he got 4 children. According to what they say about Sharp, Robert Swonger has 4 children. And that little boy, I think he has 3 girls, and he has that one son. He has three daughters. And you know, a man like him sure enough ain't gonna claim no damn daughters. You know, especially no daughters he don't want. You know, he's going to do his children the way that he was done, because Sharp is an evil seed. He really is. He's an evil seed. He really is. Any man who experiences, let me cut the music down, because I'm getting off into a very touchy subject, but a subject that needs to be talked about in the Black community, in any community. Any man who grows up and has a rocky time with his own mother and father, and he grows up to not be there for his own children, he's really an evil seed. He really is. He's an evil seed. You know, you have good seeds and you have evil seeds. And Robert Deshaun Swonger, aka Sharp, he's an evil seed. You know, him and Smack, they were sitting on No Jumper about a year ago. And they were both talking about how they both got raspy voices and all that kind of stuff. And Smack was saying how when he have a son or a daughter, he's going to be there for him because his dad was not there for him. Because Smack is a good seed. That light-skinned brother that was sitting up there with Sharp and Brick Baby and another dude about last year, he did not agree with Sharp at all. He thought this nigga is a bad example of light-skinned niggas. You know, he hasn't appeared on No Jumper no more. He left because of Sharp, because he figured he didn't want to appear with a light-skinned nigga like Sharp. You know, Sharp, he's really a snake. And hopefully, you know, he will eat himself. You know, I do hope and pray that up on Sharp life, that when he get ready to die 20 or 30 years from now, that he is alone, around nobody that he can recognize. He deserves that. You want to live alone in life, you should die alone. People that are selfish and want to be alone and be selfish, they should die like that. They should die by themselves. They shouldn't have nobody in the room with them. Nobody that's recognizable. No one that's recognizable with them. They shouldn't have nobody. You know, you want to live like that, God should curse you to die like that. He sure should. He should curse you to die like that. You know, now that's just the truth. And that is real. I'm getting a little bit too real on this stream. I'm about to start speaking in tongues here in a minute, because that's the truth. People that want to live selfish and live by themselves and be by themselves, God should grant them that they die like that. That they be in a room with nurses and doctors that they don't even know. No son, no daughter, no bitch, nobody. Just by themselves with some faces that they don't even know. Hallelujah. They should die like the way that they lived. They should die the way that they have lived. They should die like that. I really think that about selfish people, and I believe this might be the Spirit speaking through me right now on this stream. Selfish people who want to be by themselves, it's all about them. They should die the way that they have lived. They should die like that. They should leave this earth the way that they have lived, alone and by themselves. You know, Sharp, he is an evil seed. He really is. He feels like that about his little son, that, you know, that boy, he can be without a father because I was without a father. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, because he's an evil ass seed, Sharp. He is really an evil seed. He's an evil seed. The Sharp one, Robert Deshaun Swonger, he's an evil seed.
You know, Lunchables ain't no damn food, but just whatever it is. Whatever's there, they got it. I didn't have to take. I'm giving. You know? Shit. Better than shit. They doing better than me then. Shit. Got food, you got something you ain't have to pay for it? Shit. None of it. It's just coming. You ain't even got to worry about it. Shit, these kids got it damn good if you ask me. Shit.
Yeah, the kids got it good not living with their mom and dad, huh? Yeah, they got it good, huh? You know, I'm coming from a house where my parents were married for over 39, 40 years. You know, but you know, I guess Sharp, you know, another thing about this is I don't want to be too harsh because we do live in a society where selfishness and lone wolfness is very much accepted. Even though there is no success in that for anybody, selfishness and lone wolfness is very much accepted. You know, it's become, but I do think that, I think that's demonic, you know, in this society and in this bad economy that we live in. Anybody that want to be by themselves, in my opinion, they got demons, people like that. They have some very strong entities that are taking over their mind because we live in a bad, you know what I'm saying? We live in a bad economy. Hell, motherfuckers is paying rent together. Motherfuckers got roommates and shit. Like the economy is not good for people to be by themselves, always only by themselves. But like I said, people who want to live like that, it's really something about something wrong with them nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking about the pimp shit and talking about she got her stuff over there and I got my situation over here. Well, you ain't pimping no hoe then. You ain't got no string of hoes. Because by now you 37 years old. If you had a string of hoes, you'd be out there in Las Vegas in your house. You'd be out there in your house by now. With your 2-3 hoes that you pimping. With your businesses that you sifting the money through. You'd been doing that 10 years ago, nigga. For real. So let don't get it twisted. We know you ain't shit. We just listen to you for our own entertainment. And it's funny as hell, nigga. Crazy ass, broke ass, shrimp skin lips, talking simpin tips ass nigga.
You ain't got to worry about a motherfucking thing. All you got to do is just sit back. Shoes coming, clothes coming, little allowance coming. There's food in the house. You're living good. You can do what you want to do. You ain't got a care in the world. Sound like they're doing pretty damn good to me.
Sound like you want to look like a child to me. Sound like you want to be a big ass fucking little boy. Bitch ass nigga. But that's the way selfish people talk. You want everybody else to take care of you.
They don't even live with you, hun. Well, I mean, shit. I don't have deadbeats as mamas. I mean, I would take my kids if that's what I had to do, but you know, I just do what I'm supposed to do, baby. You can never 100% be there not living in the household.
Well, hopefully you don't ever have to take your children, Sharp, because if you don't want to be there while they're 0 to 13, then you should never be able to be there ever. You know, that should be completely taken away from you. If you were not there when they were 0 to 18, you shouldn't be there at all. You shouldn't be allowed to be there at all. So hopefully Sharp will never find himself in a situation where he has to take his son. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, because you weren't there when he was a little boy. He don't need you. You really don't need to be there from 13 to 18. You don't need to be present. You don't. Or you can be present like you are now. You know, they're on doing it for the weekend, being a father or being a dad on the weekend, you know, or being a dad maybe twice a month, or maybe just for his birthday, or you just whenever, just I'll see you when I see you. You can continue that shit when they 13 to 18. When if a man don't want to be a real father from 0 to 13, he can continue seeing his kids when he see his kids when they turn 13 to 18. You don't need to see him as much then. You shouldn't be allowed to see him too much then. You know, Sharp he an evil seed, and he deserve all the backlash and all the fuckery and all the horror and all the hate that come his way, because he's an evil fucking seed. He is. The Sharp one, Robert Deshaun Swonger, is a evil seed. Period. Bitch ass nigga.
old. That's the problem with a lot of you bitches' mentalities, you know. The man's not in the household 100%, but yet you still expect 100% from the man. That's a fucking double-edged sword, don't you agree? Shit, part-time parents better than shit not being in the house and not being a part of anything at all. Right? It's all you can be. Part-time's doing pretty damn good considering.
I think that people that do want to be part-time parents is that they should continue that when the child is ages 13 through 18. You should continue being a part-time parent. You know, you should remain that way. You know, I think that you getting through a tough time when a child is younger, you know, and if as children get older, it does get easier as they get older. You know, you don't have to look after them so much. You don't have to be there for every step of the way so much. When a little boy or little girl turn 13, 14, 15, they starting to kind of come into their own personality and stuff like that. But you know what? You should keep that same energy when he gets to those ages. Sharp should keep that same energy. This part-time parent bullshit. Keep that same energy when he gets a little bit older. For real, keep that same fucking energy.
When you don't live in the house, you should give a man a little bit more credit than that. If he's being part-time, shit, he don't live in the house at all. He's not even in the house part-time.
Stay part-time as the child gets older. Stay part-time. Just leave it like that. I swear, if I have a son or a daughter by a man and he's not there and oh, you go see your dad, something, keep it like that as you get older. May you fade into time with that child being a part-time parent. That's what you want to do, and you relish in that. You seem to relish in that, in being a part-time parent. May it stay that way. I hope that bitch find a nigga and bring a man up in there. So you can stay being a part-time parent to that boy while that man being a full-time parent to that boy. Because that'll really make him fall out of love with you. Something about part-time. Okay, keep that shit alive then. Keep that alive. Keep that part-time energy. Keep it alive. That's all I'm saying. Keep that shit alive. If that's the way you want it to go, it should always go that way. It shouldn't change when you turn 14, 15. It shouldn't all of a sudden change. I don't give a fuck what none of you women say, none of you men say. To me, men get away. Men really out here getting away with being shit bag ass fathers by doing that shit. Just like what he's saying right here, talking about being a part-time. Well, if you gonna stay a part-time father, keep it that way when he turned 13 to 18. Keep it that way. So he can really remember you as the piece of shit that you are. So he can really remember you as that. For real. Keep it that way.
I think, shit, they're doing pretty damn good at that point. What do you think? Shit, that's all a man can be is part-time. Hell, I'm gonna feel a little bit weird trying to be in there fully. Like, that ain't my house. I ain't still trying to have my baby mamas, baby girl. It's a big difference. A lot of these niggas still try to fuck on their baby mamas. Not I.
You always gotta get up and go somewhere with his bitch ass. What he gotta do? Pee like a pregnant woman every 30, 40 minutes? He gotta pee like he a pregnant bitch? Is that what he doing? He gotta pee? He gotta go somewhere and pee? I swear, Sharp is a real bitch ass nigga. He gotta always get up in the middle of the stream. He gets up a few times. He gotta refill his drink.
Think about that shit.
He gotta dip his snuff.
For real, you bitches, man. A lot of you bitches, for real, be fucking delusional.
Like you.
Here, part-time. It's better than no time.
Well, keep it that way. Keep that same energy when you turn 13. All that part-time shit.
Hopefully that answers a lot of like the mother's questions. Like, He don't do enough. He does this, he does that. I mean, what the fuck do you want? Him to sleep outside the fucking door? And when you walk outside the door, you want to be able to trip over him and him to be able to answer every question that you need? I mean, fuck.
When he get to high school, here's the thing about that little boy. When he get to high school and he see other little boys, other little black boys come up in there with their dads, they talking about, man, my dad this and my dad that, my mom and my dad, and he just realized that he come from a shitty situation and his dad ain't shit. That's when he gonna become a mama's boy. So keep that same energy talking about how, you know, part-time, you a part-time parent. Keep that same shit going when that boy turn 8, when that boy turn 13. Cause that little boy, he 8, 9 years old right now. A lot of times people like Sharp don't want to have young children in the home. They want to cling to their habits. He want to cling to his juice bottle, aka his malt liquor that he goes to the store. Belvedere ain't nothing but malt liquor. It's a cheap ass, it's a cheap like some type of like variation of champagne, but it's really malt liquor is what it is, that cheap ass shit. You want to keep that shit going? Keep it going, nigga. Keep it going when that boy turn 13. Keep that lame ass shit going, nigga. Keep that part-time bullshit and buffoonery going, nigga. Keep it going. Bitch ass, nigga.
The fuck is going on? Nah, bitch, you want the nigga to wake up every day, and every time you walk out with your baby, he got your name and the baby name written in the sky. It ain't happening. Yeah, part-time is better than no time. Because there's a lot of no time going on right now. Let's get real, baby. No, I ain't being extra. You want a nigga to sleep outside the door with a floor mat, prove his love to his kids, and the bitch still gonna treat you like shit. I just like talking about it. It's a fun topic. It's a fun topic to get on. The man could never be, listen, baby, if there's a will, there's a motherfucking way, right? A man could never be there not living in the house 100%. It's not logical. I'm sorry. Like, I hate to pop you got the women's balloon out the sky. I'm always trying to push a man to, you're trying to push a man to be greater than you are. Fuck's going on?
There you go with that bitch ass nigga energy. There come that bitch ass nigga energy.
You trying to look, a lot of women out here, they try to push a man to be better than what they are for a situation they not even involved in. The man's not even involved in it no more, but you want him to be better than he ever was, even when he was with you. Newsflash, baby, if he ever did become better, he won't do it with you. You're gonna have to suffer that consequence as well, you know. It's an ugly truth, but a truth nonetheless. Part-time. I'll never forget you for that one, baby. I love you. You hear me? Part-time. I'm glad you said that. That was dope. Best thing we've heard all night. You know, a lot of you mothers, you know, you want your baby's father to treat you like a queen in front of your kids, and he should, because the children should see, you know, a respect factor from you, from somebody else that they respect. But I gotta ask, why isn't it on the other side as well? Why not treat the nigga like a king even though you not with him? You know what I'm saying? And make sure, hey man, your father's a king. I respect him. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of love for him. Why is it always something so distant and so fucking just misplaced? I don't get that part. If I'm tripping, I'm tripping. I'm just trying to like really analyze the situation. Why can't the man still be treated like a king even though he's not in the household? Right? But the woman wants to be treated like a queen, and I can understand that because, you know, we got children at play. But why they got to hear their daddy being disrespected behind the scenes, and they're walking by the room and they hearing you talk about how their daddy ain't shit and how he ain't nothing? Why they got to hear that? You know? I don't get it. A lot of these women want their babies to have the same outlook of how they have about the man, them growing up, you know, and them as kids like, yeah. And then they try to blame it. The kid feels like that by themselves. No, they've been listening to you for the last 18 years bash their father, downplay their father. So when they grow up, of course, they're going to have a fucked up outlook, especially if they're spending most of their time with you. There's no winning that case. This is real, homie. This is real shit that goes on every day. How the fuck can this baby, daughter or son, look at their father with any type of respect when they never watched you look at him like that, even not being with him? Shit turns into a sick-ass punishment. You want this kid to grow feelings, the negative feelings for me, the way that you've grown them. Look, I never hurt my kid. You got hurt. You got hurt. The baby didn't get anything out of this. You got hurt. Why the baby gotta hurt with you? Why the baby gotta hurt with you? This shit needs to be talked about, my nigga. Maybe we'll have a lot better situations going on around this motherfucker. Child support wouldn't see half you bastards being the adults that you are. Telling me y'all couldn't figure it out. So you had to let somebody else tell y'all because it was a child's play. That's how I feel, even paying child support or anything like that. And although I speak for a lot of fathers, I feel like, damn, me and this woman or whoever it is, we couldn't figure it out on our own. We couldn't figure it out on our own, so somebody else had to get involved. That don't make you feel like kind of like a kid? Am I tripping? Like, am I wrong? Like, it made me feel like I feel like a child in a sense. Like, damn, I can't make the right decisions, you know, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the overall just fucking call for the situation. We couldn't come to an agreement, so we had to let somebody else step in and tell us what we're going to do. I can't stop what happened to me, but damn it, we can stop this generational curse that we have just on people as a whole. I can't stop what happened to me, but shit, we can stop what happened to everybody else that comes about in this shit, man. Make it work with your people, homie. You ain't got to be with your baby daddy. You ain't got to be with your baby mama. Shit. But why not be able to be good friends? Y'all share a mutual love. That's not even for, it's not even about the love y'all have for each other, but a love that y'all made. People keep pissing you off. People keep pissing me off. How do you deal with that? Stop dealing with the people that piss you off. You don't have to talk to them, homie. Why do people always feel like they're subjected to deal with people that anger them? Why do you feel like you have to deal with something like that, homie? Honestly, what makes you feel so forced? What makes you feel so forced that like you have to keep dealing with people that piss you off? Cosmic music. Huh? You think you owe that to anybody? No, you don't. To be pissed off. I mean, they're already done won. You lost the race already and you X'd out. Step your game up, man. Don't worry about none of that. Niggas say pay the church. I'll tell you this, man. I'm a real church member and I'll always be, my nigga. And they can't never take my credentials or my credibility, nigga. You understand? Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Tell the church, hey man, put all this good shit that I put out in the atmosphere for me. And then shit, nigga, we can separate. Hey, I'll make sure I tally it up. Shit, nigga, here. Everybody get their issue. Till then, I'm speaking, bitch. Till then, I'm speaking, motherfucker. That's why you here. Niggas be suckers, man. Straight worms. You saw a bird go scoop up at 5:30 in the morning, nigga. 6 o'clock in the morning, as soon as the sun crack. See your little ass squirming right the fuck along, nigga. We gonna get you. Coming straight from the sky. What is unconditional love to you?
Smoke
Joe?
show, smoke show, smoke show.
What's unconditional love to you?
Sharp can't even comprehend unconditional love. I don't know why the nigga even standing shit out of his mouth right now. He can't even comprehend that. He's never lived it.
Unconditional love to me, right, it's not something that somebody can do.
You're right. Unconditional love to you is not something that people do. It's not a verb to you. You know, it's unconditional love to you is not a verb, it's an adjective. I'm glad he about to say that out of his mouth, because that is a great truth of this man's personality and this man's spirit and this man's very depths of his being. Love is not a verb to Sharp. You know, it's not a verb. Like I said, he's an evil fucking seed.
For you or fix. It's the shit that they don't know how they gonna fix it for you or do it for you, but they still find out a way. Yeah, that's unconditional love to me. Not what somebody could fix so easy, but something that's so far out their boundary And I know it's far out their boundary and they still know how to end up fixing it anyway. Shit, that's how I've lived my life. That's the type of unconditional love that I push, you know?
Sharp, you don't know what unconditional love is, because unconditional love to you is not a verb, it's an adjective. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's just the truth. This man ain't talking about shit. He never will.
And I get that wasn't a question. It was just I seen the words and I took from them. No, because he was speaking on some shit and he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I just took his words and I was just like, damn, when I see that, what did that mean to me? And just seeing unconditional love shit is. Yeah, something different. Francisco, why you got the little nerd glasses on? Why you got the little nerd glasses on, Francisco? Is that your way of telling me that you like to read books? What's that for? You be reading books, gang?
Keep getting up, getting ice, smoking, drinking, just trying to stay distracted by his very own self. I don't know. I haven't had a whole lot of selfish people in my life, but there's one particular selfish person that I may have to rid the world of that's been in my story for over 20 years. So I don't care to be too angry at Sharp, because I don't know Robert Deshaun Swonger. I have no history with him. You know, but I do notice that about selfish people. They do things to distract themselves away from having to care about anybody else. Be there for anybody else. It's all about them. Until somebody gun they ass down. It's all about them.
Talk to me, player. We in here. What a night to be alive. What a night to be fucking alive. Ooh, perspective. Boy, if you didn't come in clutch with that one. He said, if someone can give you reasons why they love you, they don't really love you. That's conditional. See, that's why I had to moderate a nigga that's well seasoned as well. See, because he shouldn't get out of hand. I like how you dissect what I'm saying. You know, for some of the people that may have a basic matter in their mind and don't really understand it, homie. You know, thank you, Church. Thank you. That's my nigga right there.
I get so sick of Sharp talking about these different dudes like he friends with them. Sharp ain't nobody's friend. A selfish piece of shit ain't gonna be nobody's friend. Sharp ain't cool with nobody. He ain't nobody's friend. He ain't nobody's homeboy. He ain't nobody's nothing. He's loyal to himself. His next paycheck, he'll suck dick for a next paycheck and give him his cigarettes like they his candy and his little bitch liquor like they his bottle. And that's all he needs. He not fucked up about nothing else and nobody else. It's real sad. Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing a demon boy at work. And hopefully the angels will bring up on his life that he'll pass in his 50s or 60s one day and he'll be by himself with nobody around him, nobody recognizable around him. Just like he spent his whole life with nobody recognizable around him every day. So Hopefully he dies the way he's living. Alone.
And I ain't forgot about you either, perspective, nigga. When you get, hey, it's all gonna be all right, church. I got you though, bros. As soon as you touch down, don't even trip it. Got my brother, man. As soon as he touched down. I'm a good nigga, man. I look out for the streets. And Big Maul, you probably right, man. Put them cigarettes down. One day I will. Hopefully it don't kill me, my nigga, before I do. But it's not gonna stop me from kicking the message that I know we all need to hear. Shit, even myself. That's why I come here, homie. It's kind of like I don't just come tell y'all, I come tell myself. Shit, we all in the mirror tonight, nigga. You feel me? We all in the mirror, homie.
I'm glad he's admitting that. This is a pep talk for himself. I'm glad he's admitting that.
We in the mirror together tonight. Shit, I can't see how many people hear this shit off.
I gotta cut this shit off. It irks my fucking, it just grinds my fucking gears every time this man starts talking about together and we. This man ain't with nobody. This is a selfish piece of shit that wants his next drink, his next smoke, and his next little party time. He ain't together to shit. He ain't together to nothing. It ain't no weed nowhere around that motherfucker, except for that shit in the bathroom called weed, W-E-E-D. That's the only weed around that motherfucker, is that W-E-E-D.
Oh, black tonight. But you know what, homie? We here. I don't give a fuck if it's 2 people watching, 10 people watching, 20. I've been watched by the millions, so that part don't matter. And I never even started it to do that, to be honest. But for the ones that are here and that are listening, man, take this shit to heed. This is what we do it for. That's why I do these late nights. That's why I come through. Shit, it's a one-man show. I don't got a lot of energy to feed off of.
Yeah, keep that shit alive, because it ain't no we when it comes to you. Stop trying to make these people think that you're with somebody, that you're holding down the fort for the people that are important to you, because ain't nobody important to Sharp, ain't nobody important to Robert Deshaun Swonger except Robert Deshaun Swonger. Nobody is of import to him. Not his mother, not his father, not his uncle, not his aunts, not his own damn children. No one is important to him. You know, he's concerned with where his next paycheck's going. He's worried about money, where money is gonna come from. Like, he's not equipped to make money. He worried about money the way a fat bitch is worried about where her next meal gonna come from. And we live in a land where we got thousands of restaurants in each city. But a fat bitch is worried about where her next meal gonna come from. This nigga's worried about where his next paycheck gonna come from. Like, he's not in a position to make good money. He's a me kind of guy. It just irks me when Sharp says it's together shit. Nigga, you ain't together to what? You ain't together with shit but yourself and that damn cigarette and that weed and that bitch drink you keep pouring at every stream. That's what you're together with. You ain't together with shit else. I'd be glad when his son grow up and just start shitting on his ass. Just start talking shit about this nigga. My dad was I can't wait till his little son grow up and say, my dad, he was a piece of shit ass nigga. He wasn't shit. My dad wasn't shit. He was a whole lot of talk. Sound good. Somebody get the hole on the damn soundboard. Mickey, get the hole on the soundboard. Get the hole on the soundboard. Sound good. Let the host say sound good. Nigga, it sounded good to a lot of meth-induced, heroin-induced bitches. And only for a short time, man. Only for a short time. Because the Shark Tank is for a short time, not a long time. Because this nigga is nothing but a fad. And what makes it so bad is that Sharp don't even know how to coin off his own fad. The little fads that he do, he don't even know how to coin off of it right. This nigga ain't got no home to go to. He's staying in the studio apartment, man. Horrible. Horrible.
Of this person here, that person there. Shit, it's me and you. As intimate as it can fuck.
I wish he stopped talking about me and you and together and all that. This nigga ain't with nobody. He's not with anyone. And he don't want to be with anyone. You know? Sharp wants to be alone with, then once his kids start getting teenage years, he gonna want to hang around them a little more, and hopefully they will not want him around. Hopefully they mamas, because what I said earlier, most women think that way. I want to say about 90% of bitches think that way. 90% of women think that way. You didn't help raise this kid from 0 to 13, so you can continue to be a deadbeat. Because when they get a little bit older, they begin to realize that their dad was a fucking deadbeat. They begin to realize that shit. My baby mama my baby mamas, they ain't no deadbeat. Well, that's great that they're not a deadbeat. You shouldn't be able to come along when they get older and can do more for themselves. You shouldn't be able to come along and be around more. You should be the same part-time motherfucker that you've been being since the day they was fucking born. You should be that same part-time motherfucker. Keep that shit alive.
Yeah. Look, Diddy stepped on toes bigger than what he should. He said, do you think any of this Diddy stuff comes to light if he didn't sue that alcohol company? Nah, it wouldn't have came to light, but you stepped on bigger toes and tried to make them look like they were suckers and they weren't. You stepped on bigger toes than you had at the time. And homie, there's levels to everything. Diddy thinks that he's gonna be able to fight this, and like with them feds on me. Hey, bro, listen, and this is just some game, then, bro. Like, I get, you got more money than a lot of niggas, homie. Shit, maybe scratch the side of my face. Hell, I get it. Like, nigga, because I know the type of money he's sitting on and what he's got and what he possesses. But, bro, that's just one team you don't even want to fight, dog. They gonna take everything from you, my nigga. Like, it's just, that's why they turned down that package that he offered, like, nigga, 50 million, 75 million. Nigga, they don't give a fuck. We're getting that regardless. That's how they're looking at it. They don't give a fuck. We know already. We're getting that money off you, homie. You're gonna pay that up. The feds feel like it make them look bossier keeping your ass in jail and turning down your package, nigga. That's them sending a message. That's them sending a calling card that they're not fucking playing. To turn down 75 million? Hell, you could have offered fucking $1 million, $2 million to your local fucking PD. And they would have been like, shit, They might a couple people probably would have fought for it, but not everybody. Nigga, you offered the feds 50, 75 million. They're like, man, please, dog, wipe your tears with that shit, because we're on the way. Wipe your tears with that shit, nigga, because we on the way. Mr. Let the record reflect. I'll put the Mr. in there for you because I want to be respectful. It's not be talking about nothing, church, but you tuned in, baby. Shit, what you want to talk about? Talk about something that can settle it for us all. Come on, what you want to talk about, church? Shit, the floor's open. I'll open the floor up for niggas, man. What you want to talk about, church? Huh? What you want to talk about? I'm right here, my nigga. We can talk about whatever the fuck it is you want to talk about. Make it meaningful. Diddy's out of here, homie. That shit's gone.
He been texting back and forth with. He trying to see what time she gonna come.
There's shit.
One of the
Cheers
Figueroa
to the
bitches. That's the Figueroa bitches texting him. One of the Figueroa hoes. He about to text her back, tell her what time to come through so he can get some pussy.
So you've been there 3.5 years at your job, bro. You like it? This is the same nigga. You like your job? You like where you been? I don't even know. I keep seeing this shit. Like, is there somewhere I can find this? Because you know what? People have hopped on my stream a few times and everybody keep talking about Pot Lord yelling at Josh or something in the matter of that nature. I don't know. I don't like to be in petty business, my nigga. I don't. I stay out the mix of a lot of shit, dog, on purpose. For like myself, for my mental, my nigga, because I know how I am. I really don't be even giving a fuck what nobody say. Got my people, my nigga, how I'ma move, and that's just what it is. So I stay quiet. There ain't even nothing like what we talking about. I love everybody. Nigga got a problem with me, nigga. Call behind the way back. Man, call behind, my nigga. Like, man, call behind all this shit. Don't do I have no problem with nobody online. Nobody. Nobody. I hope everybody's safe, well, man, whether you sleep, you're eating, you're fucking, you're doing whatever, I hope you're doing it well. Real shit. I got no beef with nobody, but I definitely want to see like that video. Is there a video of him doing this?
Tell him to bang your line. Tell him sharp. They can bang your line. Bang my line, nigga.
I wonder if that's the shit Flacco had posted. About to look. I wonder if this is the shit right here. Let me see.
Let's see what he said about Flacco, the niggas that no jumper that he supposedly can't be compared to. Let's see what he said about Flacco. Let's see. That shit sound like a spirit box in the background.
What is this right here? I think this is the no jumper employee gets. Hold on, we're gonna see right now. Hold on.
Here you go, getting up out his goddamn seat again. This nigga cannot sit still. Baby ringing at your door.
Let me see real quick. Because I already know. Flacco be covering all this shit. It says right here, no jumper employee got ambushed by goons in LA. Very bad. And see, I be knowing that shit be like kind of like some clickbait, but like I wonder if this is what it is. Let me see.
Altercation, beef, fight, or whatever you like to describe it, that took place at PuffCon. Up until last year, No Jumper hosted a podcast called Disconnected. The podcast was House Phone Podcast, but House Phone had a co-host, because it's a podcast. The co-hosts were Blasey, Yuri, and this guy called Pot Lord.
All right, so I look at it like this, because Disconnected was cracking. I remember bringing fucking, I bring through that motherfucker, man. Man, DJ Quick, nigga, I'll never forget that shit. I brought DJ Quick through that motherfucker. That was iconic. I told them niggas keep that stream running. I met that nigga at the bar at the hotel. Let's see. Let's run it back.
But while I was gone, all my friends forgot how to act. Now I know I'm like the enforcer of the No Jumper universe, I'm like the guy that holds everyone together. I'm like the glue where when people see me, they know they're supposed to be on their best behavior. But I guess because I'm gone, man, everyone decided they was gonna act the fool.
What you mean that you gone? And everybody act like they gonna act the fool. Flacco, I love you to death, gang. But let's not act like, nigga, you been the enforcer and none of that shit, baby. I love you to death. Nigga, what you mean? Niggas start acting up. Come on, church.
Like, I'm watching everything take place from, like, my phone. Like, these is not the dudes I know. Like, these dudes are acting like they got no home training whatsoever. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, man, I'm talking about the hooligan activities that took place at PuffCon.
Sharp over here acting like he want to talk about No Jumper stuff. I guess he's trying to keep his bridge over there. Cause Shrimp Skin Lips, aka Sharp Simpin Tips, has kind of lost his fire over there. But let's just see what he's talking about here. What he's gonna say about Flacco. I'm surprised he chose to do some shit like this.
Those don't even go together. Hooligan activities at PuffCon, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Now, if you guys are not aware, right, of what took place at PuffCon, don't fright. I'm here to break down everything. But before we can break it down, we have to rewind a little bit to pretty much disclose who exactly were the hooligans involved in this melee, pressing, altercation, beef, fight, or whatever you like to describe it, that took place at PuffCon. Yeah. Up until last year, No Jumper hosted a podcast called Disconnected. The podcast was House Phone Podcast, but House Phone had a co-host, because it's a podcast. The co-hosts were Blasey, Yuri, and this guy called Pot Lord. The podcast started off strong. It was good. I mean, I watched it personally, so maybe I'm biased. However, the bosses are No Jumper, Adam and Josh, they thought the podcast could be better. More specifically, they thought Pot Lord was an unnecessary addition. So here's the weird dynamic that came with the podcast, all right? Pot Lord felt like he was a host of the podcast. However, to No Jumper, the host of the podcast were Blasey, Yuri, and House Phone, because those were the original cast and those were the people that were on payroll. House Phone sort of just brought his homie on the podcast, Pot Lord, and they thought he was good enough, so he just sort of stayed and came back every week. But Adam and Josh never really considered Pot Lord a permanent host, so he never got paid. So when House Phone and No Jumper began to have their particular issues, and House Phone sort of took...
Well, I look at it like this, right? If we gonna talk about it, I look at it like this shit. That wasn't really on Josh and Adam, right? Like, and truth is truth, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that. It's not really on them because they didn't bring Pot Lord in. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember whose homie that was. You know what I'm saying? And man, shout out to Paul Lord, whatever, like nothing against him. Like that wasn't like what he really should have been doing was shit. That shit should have been on his homies. That really wasn't on them because they didn't bring him in. If they brought him in, okay, I can see the problem. I can see why, you know, there's an issue about, you know, they didn't pay him anything. Like, yeah, that shit's kind of fucked up. But shit, that's on your homies, my nigga. Shit, they're getting the bread for all that.
You know, extended stay away from the podcast, Blasey sort of became the leader of the podcast. So when Blasey took over the podcast, well, Adam and Josh, you know, seen this as their avenue right now to sort of make the changes they always wanted to make, which was get Pod Lord off the podcast because they felt like he was an unnecessary addition. So when Blasey took over the podcast, you know, Adam, Josh, Blasey, and Yuri, and, you know, and whoever was involved in the podcast, they came to a group decision to fire Pod Lord.
Bad guys, I kind of want to go ahead and talk about the Pod Lord situation. So before we even start, I do want to bring up one thing though. So guys, it's easy to kind of point at the messenger and say that this is the mother who thought about this was his divisive plan and shit like that, which y'all don't understand.
Because Blasey was getting a lot of backlash because Blasey called into another podcast and explained that he had to let Pod Lord go.
But I'm looking at it like this. Blasey, did you call him? And I'll fuck with Blasey, but nigga, the truth is the truth. Like, Blasey, did you call that boy? You probably didn't. Did you call him first and let him know? Like, why are niggas even saying anything? Why don't you just let him go if that's the case? Why has it got to be this big ordeal? Is it because niggas be running out of content and don't be having nothing else to say, so they got to make it a big deal of why this person ain't there? I don't get that shit, my nigga. It just don't be making no sense to me.
People were like, wait, hold up. You had to let Pod Lord go? It was your decision? So Blasey came on the podcast the following day to sort of like clarify that, no, it wasn't just my decision, bro. House phone was gone. And, you know, yeah, I was the one who told Pod Lord. I was the messenger. But it wasn't just me, bro. It was everybody. Josh and Adam wanted him gone too.
Understand, it was a group decision.
Y'all need to raise up off my homie Blasey. You feel me?
Man.
Before you get pressed.
You guys are acting like I'm like on my Donald Trump. I got the nice senior Blasey at my porcelain desk. Got no jumper. No, you know what I'm saying? This is all done in group chats, you know what I mean? And for the record, Yuri had no say-so on this.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't even know.
Let's shut your fat ass up at the time, nigga. You was fat, and I'm just talking shit, but shut your fat ass up, nigga. You ain't had nothing to say about that. That wasn't even on you. Because you don't even think you was a part of this show like that at this time. For real. I don't even think you was even a part of this. I don't even know if you was. Like, that's my nigga. I ain't knock you. But I'm like, boy, let everything what's going to unfold, my nigga. Like, straight up. You ain't had nothing to say about none of that shit. You shouldn't anyway. That's crazy, homie. Like, so you telling me that niggas had to get on here, announce that he wasn't going to be there. Hey, if it was going to be some changes, let it be some changes, bro. Like, I feel like when people do shit like that, you kind of hinder what the other person got going on. And what I mean by that is, like, with the boy, you know what I'm saying, with Pod Lord, like, don't hinder what he got going on. Like, support the nigga, show him love if it does come up, and leave it for what the fuck it is. Don't make it an obvious situation of where he's not here and it was this decision or that decision. That should be crazy as fuck to me, my nigga. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't get that shit. I really don't. Like, who's doing that? Like, I don't even like talking about none of this shit, to be fucking honest with you, my nigga. Like, the shit be trash as fuck, but just to even hear it, because I heard, the only reason I'm looking at it and even interjecting is because I heard somebody, like, they say Pod Lord was pressing Josh. I just wanted to see the video. Shit. I just wanted to see what had happened. I'm really not, to be honest with you, I'm really here for nothing else. Let's see. I'm really here for nothing else. don't know if Flocko be having this shit. Let's see. Fuck that shit go. I don't know. I just look at it like this. Did he press him? Shit, I don't know what the fuck motherfuckers be on. Shit, that shit happened, it happened. Let's see what's this right here.
Little payphone knows.
Niggas handle shit like and I ain't speaking from nobody from the disconnected cast, nigga. I'm speaking for me, nigga.
Cigarette.
That was kind of courteous too, right? To say, hey, listen, I know those are my homies, so whatever I say, don't pin it against them. That again, this was a very demure thing to do. Pause. Right? You know, making sure the homies don't get fired after you got fired on your day off, man. Shout out to Pop Lord, man.
Y'all niggas are some hoes, bro. Straight up. Hoe ass niggas.
All right.
Think you got niggas dancing like puppies. No, niggas suck my nigga.
Whoa.
Be as cautious, you know, with how I refer to him either. So, you know, these two have gone back and forth, man, over the last couple of months, right? Maybe year, right? They've hated each other. Pop Lord has held resentment against Adam and Josh for firing him. And Adam and Josh have held resentment for Pop Lord because Pop Lord has talked about them multiple times on various podcasts, called them out their names, has pretty much crashed out on them. Online crash outs is to the extent of where things went. That's all that ever happened because ever since the firing, neither party have seen each other in person. Well, all of that changed over the weekend when Pop Lord and Josh actually seen each other at this block party called PuffCon.
Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. Oh my god, bro.
This was a very odd moment for me. So they were already aware that No Jumper was going to be a PuffCon because the audience was already letting them know and telling them on stream. Supposed to go, he knows how you're supposed to work a camera for the audience, man. Yuri is still new to this press and stuff.
No, I ain't got me personally, bro. Okay, no, it's talking to shit about my wife. I'll kill you, nigga, on my mama.
I do want to preface this by saying, bro, everybody here is 30 plus, all right? Everybody.
But I'm going to say this. That's why I fuck with my nigga Jason, nigga. That's my nigga. That's the Asian nigga that was talking. Like, he said, I just can't let it happen. Hey, that's really bro, though. That nigga really be with the function. He walk up on that nigga. Say, yeah, I just can't let you do it, bro. Like, I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah, he's always pretending like everybody is bro. Ain't nobody's Sharp's bro. This nigga ain't nobody's bro. Cigarette Pimp does it again. Or should we say cigarette simp?